Alright, we're good.
Be like,
Bussin' with the boys, hanging with the fellas, betting on a game. No woman's gonna tell us what to do, and I've been over here just drinking beer and making that noise. Baby, I'm hanging with the fellas, bussin' with the boys.
Bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Bussin' with the Boys. We have a little sit-in today. Delanie Walker, let's give a round of applause for Delanie Walker. Outstanding. If you're here to see Alshon Jeffery, he will be here in a little bit. We're going to do a quick little intro for you guys. I want to talk to you about something very near and dear to our hearts, and that is the Chevy Silverado. It's that time of season. Teams are in the playoffs, and every game counts, but the boys know when it counts, you can count on Chevy Silverado, a dependable partner with strength, capability, and true grit. Whether you're looking for a spacious interior to comfortably get to the game, the functionality of the multi-flex tailgate to get the most out of tailgating, or the technology to make driving, towing, and parking all easier, Silverado has got a truck for you. Oh, now's the perfect time to get into a Silverado or Silverado HD, our favorite truck and the official truck partner of Bussin' with the Boys. Go to Chevy.com and check out all the great offers and even build your own Silverado. And visit JDPower.com/awards for more award details.
Dude, I hope a tier 1 out there got a Chevy Silverado for Christmas.
That would be outstanding.
You know what I mean? It's our presenting sponsor every episode, and you would just hope that a tier 1 out there got themselves a Chevy Silverado.
That would be awesome, but you'd also think that someone would comment or like tag us in something like, "Hey, I got myself a Chevy Silverado." A gift that big, that grand, that's going to last you that many years.
Yeah.
You
with
would
a
think,
massive bow on it.
Yeah. Beautiful. There's something about that giant bow on a car that the commercials are just made look so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Always wanted that. Never got it.
I never got that neither.
Never got that.
Yeah.
But you're a big car guy, yeah, Delanie?
Yeah, I mean, I buy it for myself, though. You know, if
Yeah.
someone brought me one, I'll take the bow for sure. You know what
How's Hanukkah going for you?
I mean? It went well. It's
not
still
over.
going. It's still going.
Yeah, well, yeah,
The
Delanie.
25th.
For those unfamiliar, last week's episode of The Locker Room, Delanie was talking about how he's in the middle of celebrating Hanukkah, and it was, what was it, last week, December 23rd?
It was 2
Yeah, it
days
was December
early.
23rd, and he's like, yeah, it's been going good. I got socks. I got
You know,
my
I'm not a
son's
big
love.
gift guy. Like, I give gifts.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get gifts.
And then JP in the middle of
yeah.
the episode's like, hey, Hanukkah doesn't start until December 25th. We're like,
That was a good one.
Yeah, man. That. So have you lit candles or done dreidels or
No,
anything
I don't.
like that?
I don't do any of that stuff. No.
So you're not Jewish.
I don't practice as like I used to about 5 years ago.
So you just say you're Jewish, but you don't do anything.
I'm not Jewish. I'm a Hebrew Israelite.
What's the difference?
It's similar, but not quite.
Okay, similar, not quite though.
Yeah, we believe in some of the things they believe in. We follow the Old Testament. It's similar things, but they practice, you know, Hanukkah, Sabbath, all of that stuff. But
So similar but different. So it's like jelly and jam.
Pretty much.
Do you know the difference between jelly and jam?
Depends on, you know, what you got. Peach,
No.
strawberry.
Yeah, it depends on what you got. Indeed, we'll save that joke for a different time.
finish him off, dude.
Yeah. Do you know the difference though?
No,
Can't jelly this dick in your mouth, dude.
that was
Onward,
weird.
Colorado got walked by BYU. Not what we saw coming in the lock when we all chose Colorado.
Yeah.
And they just were dismantled by all the Mormons, different religion.
Yeah, didn't they have a Jewish quarterback?
Yeah, Jewish quarterback.
That's why they won
Yeah?
Hanukkah.
They were
The chosen people, dude.
I was surprised. Colorado got beat like that. But I want to say there was a stat, Sherm, JP, maybe one of you guys know this stat, but Colorado, the Deion Sanders, Shadur, Travis Hunter era that haven't beaten like a top.
Oh, ranked.
Is it top 25?
yeah, I need to see. That sounds crazy.
Yeah, top 25
Which is-
team during
yeah.
their entire time there.
That is wild.
But yeah, I
was
would've thought they were
Nebraska
ranked
ranked when they played, or they got ranked after they beat Colorado?
well. We got ranked after we beat Colorado.
God, what a time.
Oh
Yeah.
no,
TCU was ranked in the top 25 that very first.
The very first game.
Yeah,
last
yeah,
year.
yeah, that's true.
That's when the hype of Colorado was at an all-time high.
Yeah.
After that game happened, because TCU went to the playoff the year before,
Yep.
Yes.
and
And
unfortunately,
they were like
dismantled
number
Michigan.
12. I
Yeah,
believe.
Colorado went on like what, a 4 or 5 game run. You had Dwayne the Rock Johnson showing up on Pat McAfee. They're going to
Crazy.
Boulder, Colorado.
All of them. Everybody.
Crazy, bro.
And then Dan Lanning
Yeah.
had that epic pregame speech.
Yeah.
Most of our Colorado and NFL talk about the future games will be on the Locker Room. We're releasing 2 episodes this week, correct?
Yep.
So one will be released tomorrow,
No,
which is today.
Yeah, one right
Today.
now. One is going to be already out there. The college football preview. We just dropped it last night.
Dropped it last night. That thing got dropped. And then
Yeah, go check it out.
NFL,
NFL will be Tuesday
Tonight.
night. The college football one will be already out.
so we have 2 episodes coming out Tuesday.
Here's how it goes. We have our college football episode previewing the college football playoff. That dropped last night. Bussin with the Boys you're listening to right now. Today is Tuesday. Our our NFL locker room portion will be dropped later on today at 6 p.m.
All right, perfect.
Mm.
Probably should have like
Time traveling.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, a little time travel. A little time travel.
That is nice, man. Yeah, what was it? What was the deal with Shadur Sanders and the Giants cleats?
Did he actually wear those? Or was they pregame cleats? Okay, yeah. He trying to say he
pregame,
going to New
he
York.
slipped them on, kind of like a little, hey, looking forward to playing for the Giants, and then the Giants.
Yeah,
against
the
Colts.
Giants lost their first overall pick.
Yeah, I was about
Drew
to
Lock.
say.
I saw somebody tweet that was like, "This is the worst win in
Yeah.
NFL history," taking themselves out of it.
Yeah.
Down to like 4
I know, that's crazy.
That is
Who's
wild.
at the top right now?
Patriots.
Patriots, then the
But they're not going to take
a quarterback. He makes.
Shadur.
Titans are the first team that needs a quarterback.
Titans are
Nah,
the first team that needs a
they
quarterback.
not taking a
We're
quarterback.
not yet.
Who?
I mean,
Who?
Titans are
Who?
not taking a quarterback. They
What
are
are
not
you
taking-
talking about?
He gonna go get, just like you said, they about to go get a vet.
Joe Flacco.
Hey, yeah. Have you
They
heard
about to
this?
go get a vet.
I saw
promise
this
you.
tweet the other day, and I have no idea if this has legs or not. But there's a situation that's just been put out in the world of a 3-way trade that Justin Herbert, who you don't believe is a great quarterback, is the quarterback of the Titans.
I don't believe
Between Titans, Chargers, and Minnesota. And so this is it right here, 3-way trade. Yeah,
Harbaugh
Jake
wants
Robinson. This is
McCarthy.
exactly what I saw. Titans
Here,
received
sis, hear
Justin
me out.
Herbert.
3-way trade.
3-way trade. All right, Vikings received draft picks, re-signed Darnold in the offseason. Chargers received J.J. McCarthy and draft picks. Harbaugh reunited with his national championship quarterback. Did I cook or am I cooked?
I'm
This cat too. I've seen a bunch of his stuff, and I saw. Yeah, it's Jake Robinson. I saw that, and I was like, that would be sick.
No, it wouldn't.
Why not?
What do you mean? For who? Because I don't know whose side you're on anymore.
Yeah, it wouldn't be sick for who?
Justin.
I disagree.
Fair.
I thought we were talking teams. I mean, that's a fair point.
No,
I don't think so.
Thieves.
Because he comes to the Titans, the squad is good. The defense is good. You have talent.
The
All over the
O-line.
place.
They have to work about
Yeah,
that
but if
O-line.
you do this, and you get an offensive lineman in the draft or get another one in free agency.
The O-line is young, too.
It's
Very young.
You have
How many tackles did they go through last week? This last Sunday, they
Lots.
start off with 71, then 61.
the Titans should retire the number 71. They should retire the number 71.
Dennis Kelly cursed it.
Yeah, Dennis Kelly's the last good tackle
set-
to ever wear 71.
You think Callahan will be one and done?
No,
No.
No,
I think
no.
there was actually a report that came out that said he's solid.
he's solid. Trust
Yeah.
me, I know personally. He's solid.
Oh.
He's solid. I'm
Yeah?
telling you right now, he's solid. He coming back for another year.
You got to.
But that's why I say he get a veteran, because at this time he can't depend on no rookie quarterback to keep his job. That's just the truth.
It is a good point. It is a good point, because if you draft Shadur Sanders, everyone's hype, but the minute turmoil happens, you're now getting a new coach. You're maybe getting a new GM.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
That too.
And you get that meme of Wolverine looking at a picture of Mike Vrabel and John Robinson,
John Robinson.
just being like, "God damn, we had it good." But if
Amy might have botched it.
who?
I don't think it was Amy.
I don't think
it
Well,
was
there's
Amy.
a lot of higher powers
Yeah.
that made that variable move happen. But I'm saying at the very tip top is Amy.
Hey,
Yeah,
she's the tip of the top. But yeah.
None of that happens if you don't get rid of AJ. If
That-
AJ
none of that
stays,
happens.
you're solid.
None of that happens.
Traylon
You had some-
Burks.
You had some, JP?
Oh, just as far as the quarterbacks go, there's not that many good quarterbacks in the draft.
True.
And if it would be probably Cam Ward that would be there for the Titans, if somebody doesn't trade away, because the Patriots will probably trade their pick because they don't need a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, basically, is it worth drafting Cam Ward? I would say no.
After what he did,
I didn't like what he did. Yeah, I know. I hated that.
What, him
hated
leaving
that
in the
too.
halftime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know where you're coming from because it is the college football we live in now, and he wanted to get the record. But still, bro, like this is like we grew up knowing football as the ultimate team sport. 11 guys playing for the name on the front, not the name on the back.
True.
Yeah,
And
but
that
it's-
was
it's
a
not-
name on the front.
It's not that way anymore.
Unless he said to his boys or the coaches and the team knew, hey, I'm playing this game to get the record and then I'm bouncing.
Then I'm done.
If he did that, I not only I'm okay with it, I actually support it. But to be like, if he went through his touchdown at halftime, takes his jersey and shoulder pads off and goes, I'm done, boys. Everyone's like, what are you talking
We
about?
can still win this.
That's where I have a problem with that.
Yeah, I mean, that would be crazy. But again, it's like they're not in the college football playoff.
So don't
Like
play.
at this point, when you're Cam Ward and you're going to be a potential top 5 pick, and you play in the bowl game, first of all, like at least he played a half. Like a lot of guys, you're not even going to play in the bowl game because you're not in the college football playoff.
Mhm.
He went out there because he wanted to get a historic passing record. And then when he got that, he took himself out at halftime because, again, it's like that bowl game means nothing. That bowl game means absolutely nothing.
The
Bulls
key
don't-
word, he took himself out.
Right.
Key word, he took himself out. The coaches didn't come and be like, look, you good, you going to the NFL, you broke the record, sit out. Don't worry about it. No, he took himself out.
That's because he's got a future.
I get it, but then when you get a guy in the NFL,
'cause
what
he's
type
got a
of
future.
future
He
do you
does.
see in a guy like that? Like, will he shut it down when things ain't going right? Do he want to be traded? I mean, you gotta look at situations like
I don't
that.
know. Who was that cat for Ole Miss?
Matt Corral.
Matt Corral. He played in the bowl game and tore his ACL.
True.
Like, he got the
True.
record. So it's
True.
like, yeah, there's risk involved.
Very
and again,
true.
it's not like they're going for the national
Yeah,
title.
but if
game.
I'm I understand that, but I understand where you're coming from. Jake Butt's another example. He won the Bolitnikoff Award, whatever
Yeah,
the award is for
Blitnikoff,
best
yeah.
tight end.
Yeah, Blitnikoff.
He won that award, decided to play in the bowl game because that was when
Or is
electing
it
out
the
of bowl game
John
was very
Mackey?
new. It might be the John Mackey
Yeah.
Award. He elects out of the bowl game, plays, I believe it was Alabama, and tore his ACL. And in his career, he had a couple more when he
yeah,
got
I mean,
drafted by the
Jalen
Broncos.
Smith.
Yeah. So I understand opting out. I have no issue opting out of bowl games anymore, especially if you're not in the playoffs. If you're in the playoffs and you opt out, it's like that kind of hurts me a little bit because you're taking away from a possible national championship.
True.
But if it's the Cheez-It Bowl, the Pop-Tart
Pop-Tart
Bowl,
Bowl.
Which was
Pop-Tart.
electric, by
It
the
was
way. The Pop-Tart
electric.
Bowl is like the best bowl out
Oh
there.
man,
Yeah.
the putting them in the
Dude, ripping off the package.
the toaster.
Yeah.
To the toaster. I was like,
The lore that's being created in this bowl
that
game
fucking word, I
is
feel like it's been
insane.
used so much.
Like, they had the strawberry Pop-Tart from the year before up in the rafters, and we're calling it Pop-Tart Heaven. He was like cheering
What?
for the Pop-Tarts this year of like, who's going to come join me in heaven? Yes, like truly.
That's amazing.
It was wild.
honestly, I didn't even know they made Pop Tarts anymore. I haven't had
my
a Pop Tart in a long time. I'm just being
You were having
honest.
such a good podcast.
We know you're being honest.
I'm being honest. I didn't even know they made Pop Tarts anymore.
Do you remember Toaster Strudels?
I do.
That
Do they
that
still
put
make
Pop-Tarts?
those?
Yeah.
Oh,
They're the same company?
I don't know.
Rival.
Rival company?
Yeah, there's actually a movie on Netflix about the whole
Oh, I saw that movie.
throwdown. Yeah.
The Kellogg's or whatever, right? Yeah.
Kellogg versus somebody, but they
Yeah.
Toaster Strudel took over the breakfast pastry demographic, and then
So good.
Kellogg came out with Pop-Tart to rival the Toaster
Well,
Strudel.
they stole the stuff out the dumpster, right? They stole like the creamy filling out of the dumpster, and then that's how they created it. Yeah.
There's some
the
shady
movie.
moves.
Why are they doing that? Just make the creamy filling. They stole
They
it.
didn't know how because they was trying.
Trying
They
to
both
find the
was trying to
formula.
Oh,
find
this is
the
a
formula.
plankton situation.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a plankton. Okay, I thought they got the ingredients from a dumpster. I'm like, what are they?
No.
why? So these guys went in there.
Yeah.
Plankton goes in trying to steal that Krabby Patty formula.
There you go.
Got
There
you.
you go.
More to plankton than we know, though.
Whoa, elaborate on that.
Recently, I've come
Well,
across.
JP said before you grabbed the mic, "There's more to plankton than we know." This guy is taking.
He
a
is our
turn.
SpongeBob expert.
Yeah.
Recently, I came across. You're gonna hear the word again. Some dark lore in the SpongeBob universe,
That word.
where SpongeBob is captured and he is being harvested by Mr. Krabs. And Mr. Krabs is actually the villain because there are no crabs in SpongeBob, right? He's the only one. The secret ingredient to the Krabby Patty is allegedly crab.
Wow.
And so now Plankton has been called upon. He's looking for whatever it is, and he stumbles upon SpongeBob because SpongeBob has been missing for like 21 days. And he's like tied up. It's like the most graphic comic ever. He's tied up, arms and legs, like being electrocuted every like 30 minutes. And he comes in, SpongeBob's like, "You were never the bad guy, Plankton. It was always Eugene." And he was like, "But I need you to do one favor for me." He's like, what is it, SpongeBob? Anything? He's like, "I need you to pull that switch." And it's the kill switch to end it all for him. And Plankton hits the switch and then like goes out to the news and they take down Mr. Krabs.
What? That's serious.
That's
serious. Wow.
So Pop-Tarts though.
Pop-Tarts
Yeah.
is crazy.
They still make pizza rolls as well.
Who
I
makes
don't
these
eat that
rolls?
stuff though. That's the problem. I mean, it's bad for you. If you look at some of the ingredients in there, they be like yellow bee. What the hell is yellow bee?
I don't know.
Oh.
Are y'all Pop-Tart or toaster strudel people?
Pop-Tart.
I think Toaster Strudels are better, but Pop-Tart has a nostalgia like kid vibe about it, so I'll go Pop-Tart.
Yeah.
The brown sugar Pop-Tart. The cookie dough.
You still eat Pop-Tarts? You got
Strawberry
Pop-Tarts in your
strudel.
house right now?
No.
Okay. Do you got Pop-Tarts in your house right
But I
now?
grew
I
up
don't
on
have
Pop-Tarts.
either.
What
I
are
don't
you
have
talking
either.
about?
Huh?
I grew up on Pop-Tarts.
Like-
We all grew up on
Yeah, but if you
Pop-Tarts.
got
It was like a early 90s treat for kids.
Hey, early 90s?
Now they're out here sponsoring bowls.
Late 90s for you
no,
motherfuckers.
no. I'm talking about you were a teenager
It
in the
came out
90s.
in like the 90s.
What year were you
Pop-Tart
born?
was a household brand forever.
84.
You get a toaster strudel as a kid, that's like a 5-star restaurant. That is
Yeah.
it's just a different
It's
level.
a different level.
The
It's-
ability to put the amount of cream you want
Yes.
on your strudel, on your pastry. And I feel like it was filled more with more
It was.
jelly or whatever was inside.
They were fire. I'm not even gonna cap.
And the difference between jelly and jam?
I don't know if I ever had a toaster
Suck
strudel.
my dick. I don't know. Something
Yeah.
like that.
It's actually the seeds. It's the seeds. The seeds are the difference.
Hey, I don't know if I've ever had a toaster strudel.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
We might gotta get one.
We got to get one
Wait,
for
you
real for
never
sure.
had one of those?
No,
They
I
do-
don't think so.
Hey, they are elite.
Fire.
Yes,
My boy Logan was about him.
I bet.
Especially with the new toaster
Hey,
oven.
sweet Logan.
Hey, toaster ovens too now. Oh, with a toaster oven.
I could see Logan's dad. The way you talk about his house, I feel like you the way you talk about Logan's father is walking into Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Like there were
1000%.
just so many treats and things like this. This would have been
He
on
had
a
it.
mantle sitting somewhere.
Yeah.
This is a child's dream. You wake up in the morning and you smell that pastry and you're like, could it be pancakes? Could it be this? And you see the toaster strudel. You're thinking, holy fuck, someone died or I won an award. Like dramatic things have to happen to get a strudel in your life.
Yeah, Logan's dad house was the spot to be. You
Man.
know, if it's time to eat cereal, I'm talking big bowls.
Big bowls.
Not just the regular size bowls. I'm
Like the
talking
whole- like the whole
big
box.
fucking
No,
bowls,
like
bro.
the mixed bowls.
Like the entire box is going in the
like
bowl.
a mixer bowl. Like you mix
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Nah, I was that guy.
You were the guy at that house? You had that house?
Huh?
I'm saying he's saying his boy Logan had the house where you'd go over there and you're like, we know we're eating
He's
good.
a spot you want to stay at every
I mean,
weekend.
yeah, we had the cereals. I mean, it made, it was in the bag. It wasn't the name brand joint, so it was the big bag, so we can make gang of cereal. You feel me?
Yeah.
Hey, when you find out that those bags are the same exact thing with different branding,
That's it.
changes- it
changes
changes
the game.
everything.
Hey, that's what we
I
ate.
mean, I can get this for an affordable price. This
Yeah.
is insane.
Yeah, no, I go to my friend's house. They got the good cereal. I'm like,
Hey,
"Damn,
Them bowls are crazy.
That's a
bro.
crazy
straw
bowl.
bowls?
That's a good bowl.
I ain't
20 ounces?
I ain't touching
Bro, you
that.
get one of them straw
What you
bowls
mean?
out of the cabinet. It'd have like some
Well, you guys talking
residue
about
on the
red dye and
straw.
plastic?
Yeah,
Chewed up.
the
What
plastic.
about as kids? As kids.
Yeah. What the dog was eating out there?
No, I don't know. I'm just saying them things get suspect.
Yeah, I
Them
didn't
plastic bowls get
trust
suspect,
them
bro.
because no one ever
Yeah,
cleaned
no
the
one's
straw.
ever. No one's ever cleaning the straw.
Oh, no one ever.
Hey, as a
cleans the
kid though,
straw.
you're not thinking about that.
You right.
That's the greatest invention ever made.
Yeah.
That and the toaster strudel.
Yeah.
Like those are two incredible
People
things.
knew Will stayed over when their straw had chew marks on it.
I never, pause, but I never worked the straw on those bowls, bro. I
Really?
never wanted those bowls. I never wanted
I
them.
never
Even on Cinnamon
wanted
Toast
it.
Crunch?
No, never wanted them.
Never wanted it.
I bet
Hey,
that's how
I was
you,
all up in that thing.
Yeah.
I was going crazy
Gotta
on the
be.
straw.
I hated plastic bowls. It just made the shit taste funny. I don't even know.
As a kid, you thought that, or knowing that?
Yeah,
now?
as a kid, even when I ate the plastic bowl, it
The
was like
plastic
drinking out
bag
of a
didn't
You're
make
not
it taste.
as a
It was
kid. As a kid, you're not thinking, "Oh, this is plastic. This is red dye." You're thinking, "I
didn't
love the color
I just,
red." I love the color
like
blue.
when you taste the milk, it just had that chemical taste to it. Like, God damn. Ugh.
Man, you must have grown up. You
I
must
grew
have
up in the
organic.
hood.
Yeah, so you don't give a fuck about
No,
bowls of plastic.
Any McDonald's cup. Do you remember when they come
Yeah.
out the limit? Them was our cups.
Only person on your block recycling, huh?
Recycle. I don't even know what recycling was until I got to the NFL.
Exactly. So when you were a kid, you eat that bowl and you're like stoked about it. That colored bowl.
I'm
How you gonna tell him what he's stoked about or not?
Because
tell me, like, I ate out of
he's
plastic
using his
bowls.
40-year-old
He's like,
brain
as a
an
kid,
8-year-old.
you were poor. You grew up in the hood. You guys didn't believe in that stuff. You loved those bowls, didn't you, Delanie?
Okay, so
Like,
Will knows
damn,
what I'm saying. Man, fuck y'all, dude.
Cam Ward.
Yeah. So do we like that move? You're okay with that move?
I'm cool with that move. Like to me, it's like if Miami fans are bummed about the move, it's like, yo, Cam Ward's the reason you guys are gotten that ball in the first place.
True. He leaving. He don't
Yeah,
care
he's-
anymore.
he's-
Yeah.
He's playing for the future.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I think the only thing that stinks is like a team like Iowa State that wants to prove that they should be there. Now that game will forever have an asterisk on it of would they have beaten Miami
If he played.
if Cam Ward played. And it's like, well, hey, we kept it close when he was in the first half. So,
Yeah, when it tied up at halftime.
Mhm.
Yeah.
so,
Iowa
but
State ball.
we'll never know. It was
Yeah,
a
that
great
was a fun game. What was it, like
regardless.
42 points scored in like the first
Yep.
half quarter?
Yeah.
Man,
Then
I don't like it. I think you got to choose one or the other. You got to opt in or opt out.
Yeah, I wouldn't have just played.
Finish
at
60
all.
minutes. It's the same way as like 10, 11, 12-year vets retiring at halftime.
Which
I'm like, bro, just play 30 more minutes.
I'm done.
I'm out.
Miami also
damn.
had that too because that dude that's played like 8 years of college
Oh,
football.
the tight end.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, him getting all
Finished the
emotional on the
career.
sideline.
It's crying.
Yeah, he cried.
Somebody was like, "Take your old ass home, bro."
Was he a baseball player before he played football?
No, that's when,
No?
dude, COVID changed everything.
Oh, damn.
That's when dudes started getting all types of shirts.
So he like 25 already.
20 like 8.
Hey, bro. Delaney.
No.
Dude, I'm pretty sure he and I have the same high school
29.
class.
He
Yes,
won't be
bro.
able. He not gonna get drafted high if he had 29. If he's 29 years
Not
old.
getting drafted at
Yeah,
all.
he's probably not gonna-
Oh
That's
damn!
it.
I thought he was balling in the game. He didn't make no plays.
Hey, but another thing they're doing
Made a
too
play since
is I want to see
95.
the NCAA passed that JUCO. It doesn't count towards your years. Like, say you go D1 after that, it doesn't count towards your years.
So
Like,
you get
still
all of
have
them
4 years
back?
eligibility.
What?
Yeah.
They changed that.
Was
I think for
Diego
Pavia.
Pavia?
Diego
Yeah.
I was gonna ask that. Is that
Oh.
because of him?
Yeah.
That's wild. Yeah, that's.
See, we are the same. You did like those Bulls,
So
didn't you?
Diego will get 2 more years now at Vandy.
I thought he only got 1, but
I allegedly because he was in JUCO for 2 years, that would then both of those 2 years of eligibility would be granted back to him.
Wow.
So Pavia now has 2 years?
I'll Google it, but I'm
Because I know he was fighting for another year. But if he has another one after this, that's crazy.
What does that do for high schoolers that are getting recruited? You just say, "Screw it, I'm going to go to JUCO for 2 years,"
Yep.
and then
Yes.
ball out.
And
get them
That's
scared.
officially
Unless you're ready to go.
Essentially,
unless
it becomes
you're
a minor
the
league.
top dude.
It becomes a
unless
minor
you're
league
the
of
top
college.
dude.
Of college.
So now we're just going to have 29-year-olds
Yeah.
Playing.
by
That's
senior year
insane.
again.
Somebody, some coach was saying that. It might have been Sark.
It
He's
was-
like, you're
it
going to
was
have some
Sark.
like mid to late 20-year-olds playing college football now. The way
I
the
mean,
landscape
but is that
Wow.
statutory rape once they go to college and they mess with a freshman?
You know.
I'm just trying to figure out how
Yeah,
you
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
have that.
Different podcast. Different podcast subject.
Just
We're
asking.
having fun here, Delaney.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about statutory
I
rape.
just want to know the answers to these questions.
You'd have
know what
to,
I'm saying?
you know what?
Yeah, what are
Yeah,
you
shit's
asking?
going to get dicey.
Yeah, it's gonna get dicey. It's
So
gonna-
you're saying if a kid's like 22, 23 years old and he's a freshman,
Yes.
Yeah,
well, isn't everybody 18?
not everybody 18 going to college.
That's true, but
Yeah, but yeah, I mean,
Not Bryce Underwood.
17. Slang.
Looked
slang.
like
It's
Megatron.
balling,
I heard some good things about Bryce.
balling.
Heard some good things about Bryce Underwood.
Looks the part.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely looks.
Did
the
not think he was that big.
Yeah.
Met him too.
Did we
even-
meet him?
No, I met him when I took my daughter to Northwestern.
Oh, okay.
He was there, and I saw him. And I was like, "Yeah, this kid must be super talented." But I didn't think anything about his size.
Yeah.
And then seeing him next to Orgy, that's when I was like, "Oh my god, this kid really looks like."
Are you
One of those
thinking we're talking
cats.
about Bryce Young?
no, hell no.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Why
talking
would I
about-
think Bryce Young was fired?
I thought you did think
We
he was
talking about
fired.
Bryce, hey, we talking
In
about Bryce,
college, he was fired. I'm talking about the college player. I'm
Oh,
not
yeah,
talking about
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
NFL.
you talking about the Bryce Underwood kid that went to Michigan, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Massive.
We're on the same place.
Yeah,
We're on
I'm
the
not
same
talking
page.
about Bryce
I
Young.
was doing
Like,
it there for a second.
he was beasting in college, but you know,
He's getting there.
He's getting back on track.
Yeah, I don't like the. I'm not a huge fan of the whole opting out halfway through a game. I don't like that.
Brings it back around.
Bring it back. Is where are we going?
Who did that you know of in the NFL that we play with?
I usually hear stories about that. I think
I've
there was
heard
a guy
stories.
from the Steelers that did that.
The
When we were
halftime?
playing or Buffalo.
Oh yeah,
That did the halftime. You can look that up.
Vontae
too.
did.
yeah. Rest
Vontae
in
Davis,
peace.
yeah,
rest in
R.I.P.
peace,
Davis.
man.
And he did that in the middle of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, at halftime.
At halftime, he said, "I'm done." I think he got beat for a touchdown. He said, "I'm done, dog. That's it for me, dog.
30
I'm
more
cooked.
minutes of playing bad football is not going to change nothing.
I'm done."
Hey, he's done. He was done. How many years did he play?
10,
He played for a while,
10
yeah.
or 11.
I wonder what that fine
I mean, bro,
process
it's
is like.
just, unfortunately, it's all a business.
Yeah, I guess. But there's still like a level of team. A level of team. Got to have it.
But
Without
man-
that, you have nothing.
Yeah.
What do we learn about Diego Pavia?
What I've learned, he did 2 years at New Mexico State, 2 years at New Mexico Military, which is the JUCO program. So they're saying he's being granted a 6-year, obviously, but that's 2 years at a JUCO that would then be negated. So then he would be good.
So
for,
it's only he's got one more year.
Did he-
This year,
just
because he
one more?
played 2 at New Mexico State, 1 at Vandy already, and then he'd have 1 more at Vandy, which would make 6 total years.
But I think you also if you were in college for 2020, you have that COVID.
Yeah, maybe
bump
that's where it
as
gets.
well.
That's where it gets beyond
Yeah,
me.
that COVID year.
Because he was
crazy.
but maybe it doesn't count because he was at the JUCO in 2020. So maybe it doesn't count.
Did he play?
He's the perfect example of the type of kid that being in college as long as possible would
Yeah.
help out.
Oh, make your money.
You
Yeah,
want him
you
to
get
be
to
a
make-
10-year guy.
He ain't getting
Yeah.
no NIL deal.
What?
He getting an
Pavia?
NIL now probably, but he wasn't at first. And it ain't
Yeah,
gonna
but
be
he's getting
crazy
paid
amount.
now.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
going to get paid.
I'm
It's not gonna
saying
be crazy
His social
amount. He
media
may
is
get
just
like 200.
NIL posts. Like
I bet
all
he
up
makes a
and down.
good amount of money, bro.
Canes.
You think he makes 7 figures?
No.
He will next year.
Yeah, local spots for sure.
Tootsies.
yeah.
They don't
Acme
give a
feed and seed.
Tootsies don't give a damn about no football players.
That'd just be funny, though, to see, like,
Yeah, it
sponsored
would
by
be.
Tootsies. When I finish the big game, you know where I like to go? Tootsies on Broadway.
Getting fucked up
Live
with
music, affordable drinks,
Yeah.
great food.
I don't even think those dudes go down there. They stay on Broad, like the Mummery and the new area every year.
Yeah.
Midtown. I don't think they go downtown that much.
Yeah, he is a guy. I wonder if we'll get rid of eligibility and just turn college into a world of being a minor league.
No,
Guys just playing in college for 10 years, have an MD,
that's insane.
you know?
I think it'll start trending.
I mean, if you're
Not
getting
to
6,
where there
7
won't
years,
be like years
if you're going to
eligibility.
go to school, be a doctor while you're doing it, because you got an MD, a free MD at the end of it.
Yeah, if you
Foolproof.
make NIL.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lot of school.
Just keep going, just keep
That's a
on
lot of
pushing,
school.
dude.
But if you know you're not getting drafted,
Like you're not a cat that could
That-
probably make it in the
yeah.
NFL,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
I
you're
mean,
going to
yeah.
make $500 to $1 million a year. Just be like, that could be your new CFL, your new XFL, your new UFL, all that stuff.
Get a bunch of master's degrees
Right.
in the process.
right?
If somebody
Make
said,
a
"Hey,
couple
Delanie, I'll
$100,000.
give you $200,000 to stay at Michigan, or you can go try the UFL, XFL, and hopefully NFL route and make $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a year,"
I mean, if I wasn't who I am, maybe.
I fucking love.
But in
you.
that situation,
I fucking
in
love
that
you.
situation, it's like,
situation-
yeah,
yeah,
200
situation,
grand.
you're
yeah.
gonna take $200,000.
Yeah, if I was poo butt, I got in every once in a while. Then I'm taking that deal. That's
I was boo butt.
that's a salary right there.
No doubt, that's
I'm
real
taking
money.
it. Yeah,
Real
yeah.
money.
AJP, ACC, should they get relegated? They're 1-9 in bowl games.
Ooh,
Yeah, I don't see why not. I think Sherman and I were talking about it. You take the Clemsons, the Florida States, the Miamis, and then whatever third team or fourth team you want to do.
Syracuse.
VTech.
Yeah, Syracuse, but Virginia Tech, put them into the SEC or split them. 2 go to the SEC, 2 go to the Big Ten. Next crew down. Kind of figure out if you want to send them to Big 12 or whatever it is, and then those bottom half of the teams. I'm sorry. Thank you for your time. We enjoyed having you.
No.
Kind of like,
See the
kinda
door.
like the Pac-12.
Give 'em the hook.
Exactly. Because it's not right. Like they have the easiest path to the college football playoff every
Right,
year.
with the criteria that is currently laid out.
Right. And so Clemson people view it as hate. I'm like, it's y'all will come to the SEC. You can go to the Big Ten. Like it's not a knock on Clemson as much as I would love to knock them. But yeah, it just seems like it's the most fair, most competitive thing to do.
Yeah.
1-9 is crazy.
1-9 is
1
nuts,
and
but
9
also I
is
feel
nuts.
like Big Ten never does well in the bowl games, right? We always do well in the early bowls.
We
You're
do
always
well
talking about that
until
every year.
January hits.
And then once January hits,
Yeah, Mizzou, Iowa today.
Mm.
yeah.
But yeah, we always.
But Iowa could just pull it out the way what we've been seeing.
Yeah, historically we do well until January hits, and then really after that, it's you have a Michigan that you guys won it last year, and then if Ohio State's in it, like that's usually your only shot.
Mm-hmm.
But now we got 3
Yeah.
shots: Ohio State, Penn State, and Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, the Oregon Ohio State game's going.
I know.
It's
We
about
got
to
locker
be
room,
nuts.
locker room. That game is going to be wild. I know where I'm going. They didn't have to look anything up.
And then we get to see too Arizona State,
Ooh.
Needed.
Arizona
I
State,
know.
Texas,
Needed.
Arizona State,
Yeah.
Texas.
I think everybody besides the state of Texas is an Arizona State fan this week.
Yeah.
The state of Texas is big time Arizona State fans.
Yeah, people don't
Outside
like
of
Texas
Austin.
and Texas, huh?
Outside of Austin. I mean, if you didn't go to UT, the
Yeah,
state
there
of
you go.
Texas, because you have a ton of Big 12
Too many
schools
schools.
in Texas that are like, we want legitimacy. This will make our conference look incredible if Arizona State like pounds Texas.
Yeah.
Or wins a close one. But we need this win. Big 12 needs this win.
We should make that graphic. We should have Coop make that graphic of the United States and everything be ASU, then a small blip of Austin being
Yeah.
Texas.
Oh, for sure.
Because that would be incredible to see that. Incredible.
The Scottsdale highlights are going to be generational.
Nuts. I know.
Oh, no. It's
But
crazy.
these
guys-
bowl games, like you got these little tiny bowl games that you kind of put on, whatever. The only thing I really put on was Nebraska.
I was gonna say that was a big bowl game. It was a bad boy mowers bowl.
Come on.
Pinstripe.
Pinstripe, Yankee Stadium,
World champions.
world champion. How did that feel?
It felt good. It felt awesome. I was not the flex, but I was texting with Keekly.
Oh,
During it, I was
shit.
like, hey, you cutting this film on? You watching the game right now? He's like, oh, funny. You want to text me after you guys are up 13-2? Yeah. I had to make sure we were gonna do all right in this game.
Is he leaving or what after this year?
No, he said he's staying,
Oh, okay.
right?
Yeah. Rail is staying.
I mean, that was
We're
that.
coming
When
forward all
Will
next year.
didn't chime in immediately, I thought to myself, oh no.
No, yeah, we're
Maybe
coming-
he's not
yeah.
staying.
That was the run around. I'm leaving. I'll give y'all props right now. I'm out of here, nigga.
Nah, he's letting them know like he broke a generational curse.
Yeah.
We broke a generational curse. How we haven't been to a bowl game in like a decade.
Yeah.
We haven't won a bowl game in a long time. We haven't had a winning season in a long time. That's a generational curse being broken.
Right. Next year.
And we almost lost, bro. Delaney, we were up 20-2 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And almost blew it in Nebraska fashion. But hey, we didn't. Monkey up our back. Fourth
Got it.
quarter, 1-score game.
Yeah.
See ya.
Got it.
2025 is going to be a great year. You guys might go, I mean, besides you guys will go 7-5. You guys could for real go 11-1 next year.
We could with our schedule.
Yeah.
We could with our schedule.
I
We have
mean,
like we have
man
an
said this
Indiana-esque
last year.
schedule. I mean, we had an easy schedule this year too. We just
You get that,
fucked it off.
You get that fourth game. Other than that, you guys look good.
I know the Bussin Bowl is back.
Yes, dude.
Bussin Bowl,
That fires me up.
September 20th, Michigan at Nebraska,
We will be there.
and kicking off the year, Cincinnati.
We
Get
will
the
also
Kelsey
be
Bros.
there.
We will be there
Arrowhead.
at Arrowhead.
Big game.
Mm.
That's a big game.
Yeah, that's a tone setter game.
Yeah. Yeah. JP knows what I'm talking about. Holgerson, bro. Oh.
He's coming back. He signed the
Holgerson's back.
4-year deal, right?
Yeah.
Come on.
You guys are 3-1 before your bye. Win.
Minnesota's a tough ball club.
Yeah.
We ain't sleeping on Minnesota. I
Hell
Don't
promise.
sleep on UCLA either.
What I say last year,
Yeah,
Illinois, tough
right.
ball club. We ain't sleeping on Illinois.
UCLA.
And you did. You lost. You lost.
I tried telling him. Do not sleep on Illinois.
Yeah, I mean, bro, you guys got a good schedule. Those last two are tough. You got to figure out a way to beat Iowa. You got to figure out a way to beat Iowa.
We are taking down Iowa next year. Mark my words.
Mark
Mark my words. We are taking down Iowa. I might have to just go to the game too. I might have to be there.
just the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah. All hands on deck. We're taking over the border.
Scotty just
And
turned
I'm gonna
one.
be, yeah,
I
I'm
think I
gonna
got to go. I'll be back.
Yeah. I'll be holding the flag on the sideline, ready to plant it. In our own stadium. Maybe I'll just have to do a side quest and go to Iowa.
God, that'd be
Ryan would
so
take him down,
fucking
just sneak
funny,
on the
dude.
field.
One thing I loved about Nebraska.
You know what I'm talking
Here's the difference between Nebraska and Cam Ward. Cam Ward dips on the game. Nebraska, they play. They're a running back, right? Your running back. He elects to play in the game, not to get ready for the draft. He lost his mom in November.
Yeah.
And he told the coach, he's like, I don't want anybody to know about it. I don't want to be a distraction to the team. And he goes and finishes out. Has an opportunity to be draft pick. Decides to stay because they want to get the win back.
Yeah.
That is football. That's football. That's what you want.
Yeah, those are the stories.
Those are the stories to
warms
look
your
for.
heart.
That warms your heart. You watch
He was
it.
the MVP.
Yes.
He's the MVP of the game.
And he's from that area, right?
Yeah, hometown boy.
I'm sure
Like,
his mom
he's a
was
local
like, get
boy.
your degree. So when she passed, he probably was like, I'm going to come back to school.
I mean, I think he was a 6-year guy.
Oh,
he had
was
his
already
degree.
a 6-year guy.
Yeah, I think he was a 6-year.
Transfer?
I'm not sure.
He might have been. I think that's right.
Yeah.
But the dude, the fact that he's staying and watching, and who was the other cat too that had kids, and they're like, "Why are you playing in this game?" He's like, "Cause I don't want."
Oh yeah, the South
Yeah, that's what you. Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, for his kids. Yeah,
That's the shit, dude. Set a good example. You want that.
Well, those two big uglies for Nebraska too.
Mm-hmm.
They were
The ones
they
that
were
look the
both-
same, right?
The ones that look
Yeah,
the
Ty
exact
and
same.
Barber.
Oh, yeah,
9-0.
Yeah, no,
They
Nash and
they
Ty.
both played. They didn't opt out.
Because
they're
they're
both-
dogs though. Them dogs though.
Yeah, the guys that
them
are
dogs.
gonna have NFL careers.
Yeah,
They're
dogs.
draftable,
They're gonna
for
be
sure.
dudes that's
Draftable.
gonna make an
Also,
impact.
another monkey
in
off
the
Nebraska's
NFL.
back. They had 0 drafted guys last year. Now they're gonna get some draft picks.
Come on.
Oh yeah, y'all got some draft picks coming.
Hopefully, I don't know.
especially Bear and them definitely gonna get drafted
Yeah?
for sure. Oh yeah, he's a dog in that.
Who? Which one?
Bear? Is that
Oh yeah,
Zero?
Polar Bear. You talking about
The
Zero?
Nash,
Yeah,
yeah.
Nash.
Yeah, it'll be fun, dude. It'll be fun. You guys want to do a little bit of NFL?
Yeah, let's
Just
talk a little.
let's just sprinkle a little NFL in there.
Did you guys watch Commanders Falcons last night?
I saw a piece of it. I saw.
Did you watch the end?
No.
Mm.
I just checked my fantasy
yeah.
and realized I'm on a path to repeat this year.
Were you in first?
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Super Bowl.
Who do we got left to play? It's you two, right?
Yeah.
JP and Taylor.
But JP had a tough. CJ Stroud got him like 6 points, and the Steelers got a -1 on defense.
Cooked from the jump.
well, y'all
Yeah.
playing each other right now?
Because you were
Yeah,
supposed to-
yeah, that's a tough start.
and the last 2 games you total those 2 games, right? And that's
Yeah.
the winner. So you're at a 40-point deficit right now. Going into
Oh
the last
wow, I
week.
do have next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're done, bro.
Yeah, 40-point
done.
deficit.
I got Jamar Chase.
Yeah, you do.
hang on. 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks.
Because
So in the
they
championship, you
first.
take week 17 and week
Yeah.
18, and you total both of your weeks.
Yeah.
And that,
Oh,
That's how they.
see,
gonna
we've never been in a
calculate it.
championship before. Yeah, no.
But in my other league, the fantasy Super Bowl is just this week.
Oh, really?
No, I saw that.
Yeah.
Because then you avoid too, like say you have Mahomes as your quarterback and he's not playing. Like,
I
you
know.
avoid those types of scenarios.
Yeah.
We-
You got Stroud?
yeah.
Well,
We
you might not- I don't think
I'm
Stroud's
getting
gonna
third
play.
in my other league, which I needed. I needed.
we also I know we're about to hit NFL. I think we do need to talk about Antonio Brown's award ceremony.
Oh,
God.
that went
How
down.
incredible.
The Cracker of the Year
crack of
awards.
the year.
Incredible.
Oh my gosh.
Incredible.
The fact that he got dudes, he got Frank the Tank on, got Shane
Shane.
on.
Yeah, no.
He's
Joe
like,
Biden
this is better
was
than any
nominated
Grammy.
for every
Everything.
award.
And of course,
And
Joe
of course,
Biden.
Joe Biden. And the winner is Joe Biden. He could not be here with us today.
Dude, that was so well done.
I think
Yeah,
he's
whoever-
officially a genius.
What is this?
Whoever the team he has
He's
behind him.
in a Kanye world right now. He's just a
Yeah.
misunderstood
No, yeah, definitely.
cat that kind of just sees the world way differently than everybody else. Maybe the CT is a good thing. Maybe it unlocks
to
a couple
me,
boxes.
it's his team.
It's his team.
It's his team behind him. They just know that,
That
he's
was
the face.
genius too. That whole thing.
Yeah.
so amazing.
His social's funny.
Yeah.
We got
We got
Like,
to
hey,
get
AB,
nominated.
just
We
read
gotta
off
get
the
Bussin
Can we get the
nominated.
font bigger? Go ahead, AB.
What do we do to get nominated?
Yeah, we gotta get Bussin nominated for something next
I'm
year.
surprised Will didn't get nominated for something.
I got to get in those Cracker awards, bro.
Yeah.
I thought he would have definitely
That's
gave you
2025
one.
resolution
Yeah,
right there. That's
2025 Resi.
Got to. Yeah. Rebel Rose.
Hey, so what's the it's Garrett, right? Garrett got last.
You got last,
Yeah,
Garrett?
you gotta dye your hair, yeah?
I did get last.
Thank God I did it.
What is it? Just blonde hair?
You should do your
Yeah.
beard too for fun.
No.
Your beard goes so fast.
Your
You should
beard
shave your
does.
mustache again.
I did already. I did that.
Again, keyword.
Hey, but G,
Nice.
to that point.
I see you're hurt. Hurt people hurt.
It kinda
Hey,
sucks.
to that point,
Yeah.
your beard does grow back crazy
Crazy fast. And it would be
Maybe you
super
did
funny.
blonde. How long does he got to have it Does he got to keep the color?
We didn't even say.
We didn't say.
You should do it.
And can I do it in the spring? Like,
No,
gotta do it.
I'm
Yeah,
not
no.
doing it before we go to the Super Bowl.
I was gonna say it's gonna be Super Bowl.
Saying, like, not
What?
before
No.
the Super Bowl.
What do you mean, G?
Bro, y'all can't have them.
You should do it.
crazy.
You got to do it before the football season ends.
Somebody gonna try them in
Yeah,
New
bro.
Orleans,
You
man.
think you're just gonna keep punting? We'll be in next November. You're like, all right, I'll do it
I
now.
said spring.
I don't
Dude,
know.
they'll try them in New Orleans with gold hair.
I think you got to do it soon.
Soon.
Yikes.
Hey, look at it like this though.
On my
Look at it.
31st birthday,
Look
I'm gonna
at it like
have
this.
fucking
yeah,
yellow
that'd
hair.
be hilarious.
Yeah.
And if you do it now,
Imagine
too,
looking back at 60, like, oh, me and the boys, man.
yeah. 30.
Y'all were about to let Delanie not have yellow eyebrows at the Super Bowl.
No, he
No,
said
no,
he
no.
shaved
No,
it.
he was down.
I was gonna. Huh?
No, he was
You
gonna
gonna
try
do
and not
blonde
do it at the
eyebrows,
Super
right?
Bowl.
I wasn't. I didn't want to do it at the Super Bowl. Like for sure, that was.
You would have had to.
I mean, if I would have had to, my
and
word
Blood
is my
Army.
bond.
Yeah.
So
That's
I,
beautifully said.
I would have done it.
No, I mean,
so we got
like-
some solidarity going
Wow,
on.
nah, cuz.
I mean, yeah. Okay,
Silver
that's
lining.
fine.
If Bengals get in the playoffs, that's just you rooting for the Bengals.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, let me do spring so I can get on my Joe Burrow shit.
No. That's
Show
a better point to
playoffs.
do it now. You listen. I don't know. I understand why you don't. Actually, I don't really understand why you don't want to do spring. But like, do it now, and then have it do the Super Bowl, and then right after the Super Bowl's over, cut it. Or
I
you
mean,
might
I'm
like
already
it.
gonna cut it short to do it.
I
So
think
you just gonna
have,
do the top?
Well, no. I'm gonna
He's
at
gotta
least
do
try
it.
and make it look decent.
He's got to bleach that stuff out, right?
I'm not gonna bleach it.
No, don't bleach it. That shit'll last forever. You gotta die.
Yeah.
No, it'll last
I'll
as long
do
as
it
his hair
yellow.
grows.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you
No,
bleach
I'll do it
It
yellow.
goes down in the roots.
Yeah.
It's gonna
blonde.
look
Goes into the
crazy.
brain
It's
all of
gonna
a
start
sudden
growing
forever.
black. It's gonna look crazy.
Hey, I'm half tempted to do it with you.
I'll do it right. Like I'm gonna have somebody do it.
We just saw everyone.
Oh my god!
I ain't doing it.
That would be hilarious.
But I'm gonna cut my hair.
Yes, dude, the
not
whole
gonna do it
Bussin
this
crew with
long.
blonde hair. I'll do it if everybody does it. I'm
gonna
in.
get it short though.
I'll see y'all
I'm not
at the
gonna do it
Super
like
Bowl.
this.
I'm gonna do it like this.
I'm not gonna do it this long.
I'll do it like this. You kidding me?
I'm gonna go short.
It'd be fun.
You
Because
kind
the
of
thing is-
always wanted to go blonde.
Yeah, I've always wanted the excuse to do something, but then I just keep getting older. I'm like, bro, 33 with that hair. But now I'm like,
31?
well, I decided to go with my boy in a bet. Like, what a dumb idea. Wow, I'm dumb, but I'm doing it. I'm in.
Yeah, we
Will?
can all do it.
You may like it. You
What do
may.
you mean?
I didn't get last. I ain't
Yeah,
got to
bro,
do
but
shit.
just do it.
I ain't got to do shit.
JP, jump in
I'm down if everybody's doing it.
For the Super Bowl?
for the Super Bowl.
Y'all crazy.
What you mean, man? We're all gonna look bad. We're all pasty white.
We would do numbers online.
Hey, and you love online.
Everybody gonna spot y'all in New Orleans too,
Hey,
though.
early running
Hey,
for
Will is the
Cracker of
perfect
year.
candidate for the movie Ready Player One. we would lose
Great
him.
movie.
Great.
That was a great
Phenomenal
fucking
movie.
Love that movie.
Might watch that later.
Watched it 2 days ago.
Mitch, you in?
I'll do it.
All right, boom,
You know
boom,
Mitch
boom.
do anything.
You
Y'all
guys got it.
That made it way
You
easier
guys
on
got
me.
it, man.
We could all do it without Will.
Way
Yeah.
easier on me.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we gotta talk with the rest of the squad too. I'm in, but
I mean, yeah, Coop is already blonde.
blonde.
I think I'm
already,
gonna cut
yeah.
that shit down.
I think Jared will do
short
it.
to do it. Because
Jerry,
then when it grows,
Jared will do it. Jared, I think Jack's
I don't know
gonna
if
have your
Jared
biggest
will.
issue.
I don't know if Jerry will. Jared,
You're gonna have your
Jared not
biggest
gonna
issue.
do it.
Should we call Jack right now?
Jack definitely
he
not
is
doing
not
it.
asleep, or he is not awake.
Jack
They
is
went to
not
a
doing
show
it.
at the Sphere last night. He is not awake.
Oh, he's out in Vegas. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Aren't you going?
Jack went to Vegas.
I
I'm
thought
gonna
you were
go.
gonna go.
Jack went to Vegas.
I'm gonna go in the spring.
Yeah, it's 9:00.
Phone's not even on.
He said, "Nah,
Yeah, he
don't
got
hit."
it, yeah.
He like, "Don't."
Man,
hit.
just went to
It
bed.
rang once. Went right to voicemail.
What do you say too in the group chat? Anything y'all need, you guys? I'll be around.
Well, yeah, it's only 9:20. That's why he's still asleep for sure.
I mean,
Social media guy.
all
What
right.
that
Let's not try to take a turn to negative town. We're having fun. We're having fun. No. Let's cement this real quick. Okay. Are we doing blonde hair?
Garrett has to.
I have to.
I know you have to. Are we?
Cement it without everybody here.
We could all just agree to it right now.
And do
The
I
five of us.
have to do it before Super Bowl?
Taylor's ready.
Yeah, you gotta do it before Super Bowl.
What the fuck? All right.
I'm in.
31st birthday. Blonde
You may
hair.
like it.
I'm gonna have to cut it short.
You may like it. You never know. May change
It only
your
makes
look.
doing it,
sense. It only
Delaney?
makes sense if we all do it.
I can't do it,
It
bro.
only makes sense.
That's an awesome
We'll bring it to the council.
fantasy punish.
Yeah, we'll bring it to the
Man,
council.
I'll look crazy with blonde hair, bro. How dark I am, bro.
You look sweet.
I'll be on some
You're not that
fucking
dark.
Cisco. You be like
No,
Cisco.
what was the movie?
Ready Player One.
With no,
I do know what you're talking about.
Demolition Man or see?
What's Demolition Man?
Y'all never seen Demolition Man
It's
before?
such a good movie.
It's a good movie.
Really?
This is about to
Yeah.
be so bad.
With Wesley Snipes, he got the blonde
Oh,
hair.
yeah.
Like with the.
Sweet. That could be you.
Hell no. That look crazy.
Hey, on the Bengals though, how about the fucking Bengals?
Dude, the Bengals.
Fire.
Not just the Bengals. Dude.
I'm gonna dye my hair. They're
Forget
so
the
good.
Bengals. How about the Bengals offense and Joe Burrow?
Dog.
Oh my God.
What's it, like how many games straight?
250 and 3
Over
touchdowns
250 and
the
3
last
touchdowns?
8 games.
Bro, he had
yeah.
400 yards last game.
I know, crazy.
He's
3 TDs.
nuts, bro.
He is truly like refusing to let his team die. They're so bad around him. And he's like, we're just going to keep going.
You think Joe B's the MVP?
No,
I don't think he'll win it, but
Dude,
maybe he should be.
he's in it, but I don't think
4,600 passing yards, 42 touchdowns, 8 interceptions.
He's got 1,000 yards more than the next person.
That's
He's got
crazy.
1,000 Mitch
If
just
they
said he's got
get to the
1,000 yards more than this
playoffs-
person. They are dangerous.
He should be the MVP.
So what do they need?
If
They-
not, though, I think it's Lamar.
It's gotta be.
They need
I
the
think it's
Dolphins.
Josh
They need the
Allen,
Dolphins
but
lose
it's
to
You
the
think it's
Jets.
Josh?
It's either Josh Allen or Lamar. It's either those two.
I
right now.
I get the Josh Allen. Like to me, Josh Allen does more with less. But if you look at the season that Lamar Jackson has had stat wise, it is crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
it's crazy. I mean, look at the players they got.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Josh
Yeah,
Allen
but still,
does more with
Lamar's
less.
an anomaly.
A beast. He's a beast.
I just think
But if we're talking about doing more with less, to me, that's where it's like, well, Joe B, he's got Jamar Chase and Higgins.
Yeah.
he's got Jamar Chase and Higgins, but he's also playing as his with his defense on his
Yeah,
team.
His defense is.
Like if you're talking about the most valuable player, without Joe Burrow, the Bengals were out of it weeks ago.
Could have been for
Yeah,
sure.
Right?
for sure.
You could
But
maybe
you look
say
at
the same thing
Lamar.
with the Bills.
Hey, bring that back up. 4,000 yards, 39 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. What's he ran for?
He's run for 852 yards so far
Jesus
and 4
Christ.
touchdowns.
Bro, he's so good.
I mean, he's going to have like 5,000 all-purpose yards.
Yeah, he is. Man, with the next quarterback to go play for the Ravens, he gonna break none of his records.
How many
None.
rushing
Jesus
touchdowns does he have,
Christ.
JP?
You know when guys break records,
I got
they're always like, this
4
record will
right
never be
here.
broken. Lamar's records will never be
Probably
broken.
never be
No.
broken.
I mean, dude's going to end the year with like 45 touchdowns, 5,000 all-purpose
I
yards.
know. That's crazy.
Just crazy, man.
And I get people wanting like Josh Allen. Like, yeah, Josh Allen's a stud. He's an elite player, but his numbers don't match up with Lamar.
Where,
I mean,
does Joe Burrow match in that? Yeah,
Yeah,
read the stats out
because-
real quick.
Burrow right now has 4,641 yards. If he goes off again, he could get 5,000 yards
Yeah.
passing and call it he has 3 touchdowns next week. He'd end with 45 touchdowns. I don't
Yeah.
know how many rushing he
That's what I'm
he
saying.
has
If the
any.
Bengals happen to get into the playoffs, because I think what would hurt Joe B, obviously, if his team doesn't make the playoffs. But if
Right.
they get in, I think it's Joe B.
Well, what's the scenario of them getting in the playoffs? Then you have it at the bottom.
So for the Bengals to make the playoffs, they have to win this week, obviously.
Yep.
Miami Dolphins have to lose to the Jets. And the Chiefs have to beat the Broncos.
But
so
the
they
Chiefs
need
are
a lot
probably
to
sitting
happen.
guys.
The Chiefs may make that happen, but the Jets beating Miami right now, I don't know.
Right.
What are Miami's playoff hopes right now? Are they out?
Oh, shit. Oh, that's right.
Because I was sitting there saying, if you're the Chiefs, you want to go Longview. If you don't want to face Burrow, you could throw the game against the Broncos. So that way, Joe B, he just
He
doesn't.
don't make
you
it.
don't have to even get
you're
in.
right. But teams don't think like that, though. You don't sit in the war room and be like, let's throw this game.
You know, cats in the locker room
Oh,
right now
okay.
brought that up.
I've never been around. See, when I was in locker, cats know not to bring that shit up to me because I'll be like, shut that shit down.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it can't be brought up and we couldn't laugh about it.
Yeah, on the other
Like,
side
hey,
of the
you
locker
know,
room for sure.
just Joe B, he's kind of cooking out there right now. We could.
I think that's
we
an,
can let
that,
the
that,
Broncos
Well, I mean, that's a
slide this
defensive
week.
talk. See, offense, we ain't thinking like that's defensive
that's
talk.
an
right there.
afterthought thing. If you lose, and you're like, hey, we got the ones in, and we took Joe B out of the playoffs too.
Yeah.
We don't want to see him. I don't think that's a week of conversation.
Yeah.
I've never heard that conversation.
Never heard that
You don't think
conversation.
anybody's in there just bringing it up?
No,
Hey,
I'm sure dudes
I'm
are bringing it up.
I'm sure they are,
But
man.
that defense is so ass for the Bengals.
Yeah, that's what's killed them. They have like I think they're 28th in the league in points in total yards. Like
Yeah.
they just they've had a brutal defense all year long. They've showed up to play in these last games, obviously. Like they've
But
done
if they,
enough to win.
if they win, dude, they could be that team that that spicy team in the playoffs.
I mean,
that just
they-
decides to
And
go
their
off and win
kickers
it.
fucked them over a couple
lot.
times this year.
McPherson's been hurt.
And they playing in Pittsburgh.
But think about this, Delanie. A couple weeks ago, like for the Bengals to get in, they had the 1 to 5% chance of getting in the playoffs, right?
Yep.
They needed the Broncos to lose the last 3 games. Broncos have lost twice. Like all of the things that they've needed to happen has happened. That's why I think it would be nuts. I do think it's going to be tough for Miami to lose to the Jets.
Yeah.
Let me
see-
Jets just lost 40-0.
Let me
And the
see the
Jets
Steelers.
is a shamble
where
right
their
now.
playoff rings are, because Steelers might have nothing to play for. They might be sitting a lot of guys.
They got cats saying if Aaron Rodgers come back, they don't want to be here. Like, God damn.
Let's see how the Steelers clinch. Okay, so they have the opportunity to still clinch.
Who, the Steelers? Yeah.
No, they could win the.
The division.
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
God, that's gonna be tough.
I think they're in already.
They
They're in,
already
they're
in.
in,
I
they're
think
in.
they're already in. Yeah, they
Yeah,
clinched
because
already.
them and the Ravens have the same record. That's crazy.
Yeah. That's why I'm like Pittsburgh is a sleeper team. You didn't want to think they was 10-6.
Yeah, they've been a sleeper team when you look at the body of work, but these last couple showings they've had has not been
Oh, it's been
good.
garbage.
They're kind of limping into the playoffs.
You see, yeah, Kaz, you even hear one of their key players, Hayward, talking about
The
there's
Falcons are not making
10
the
guys
playoffs.
and one dude not doing their job. Who you think they was talking about?
The few clips I've seen, I think it's 6, Patrick Queen. The few clips I've seen
No, I
on
think-
Travis being wide open.
Wide
when I'm
open.
watching the defense and everything else, I'm like, oh, that one's on 6.
Yeah.
Right there.
Did you guys watch the Green Bay Vikings game?
Nah, I watched a little bit of it and then
Vikings are for real.
Yeah, Vikings.
Yeah,
Vikings
they did
are a
their
wagon,
thing.
bro.
They did their thing.
Shut them
No
down.
one's really talking about him.
No.
I mean,
Shut
Kevin O'Connell,
down
coach of the year.
the Packers.
You say he gonna get
And
coach
this-
of
I
the
think
year?
so. He's a favorite right now in the sports
Don't
book.
sleep on Harbaugh.
Harbaugh, yeah, I forgot about Harbaugh.
But you
He
talking?
gonna get coach of the year. Harbaugh.
Chart. No, bro.
He could because the name.
He is like he's
I
in
believe
the
O'Connell.
race.
I believe O'Connell.
I
is
believe
the
he
guy.
is the guy, but the
'Cause you have
name.
your first, you have Sam Darnold come in. You're like,
I
hey,
know.
he'll be, let JJ learn behind him, and then when he's ready to take over halfway through the season, and then Sam goes off the way he does, and
Yeah.
O'Connell, their defense is incredible. Like that's a fully 3-phase put together team right there.
They lost another like quality player in training camp too, right? The Vikings. Was it a corner? Somebody went on IR after JJ went on IR. To me, it's like O'Connell because what are they? 14
They
and 2 right now?
clinched.
14-2.
Yeah, 14 and 2 right now. Their first round pick goes on IR. Another cat goes on IR in training camp. Like nobody was really talking about the Vikings at all. And they've just had the year that they've had. Like they're in a playoff game this weekend. They're playing for the 1 seed, or if you lose, they get the 5 seed.
Mm-hmm.
NFC is so stacked.
Yeah.
No, they already got it.
They're playing for the 2 seed.
They 1 seed and home field advantage.
Wait, what?
Oh, never mind.
No. They're
No,
playing
no.
for the 1 seed.
They're
this
playing for the
week.
1 seed.
Yeah,
Eagles
it's
are
a
out
1
of it.
seed, home
It's
field
Eagles. It's
advantage.
Eagles in Detroit.
Eagles have the 2 seed. And Detroit and Minnesota, they have the exact same record. Like they're playing for the 1 seed. Whoever doesn't win this game goes down to the 5 seed.
Yeah.
That's the game of the week in the locker room right there.
I mean, Detroit go to the 5 seed. That's big for them. Still, I still think no.
Yeah,
one
I think
can-
it sucks too. Like because the 5 seed, you got to go on the road. Yeah.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. I think if you're Detroit, though, you need that. You need this win. You need that bye. Get dudes healthy. You got to have it. You got to.
Now, we're obviously recording this on Monday. If the Lions lose tonight against the Niners, do the Vikings then clinch the 1 seed?
That
Or
would
are they
make
still
sense.
playing for it next week?
Go. What the same records, right? 14-2,
13-2,
13-2. So the Vikings, the Lions have to win.
Yeah, they have to.
Yeah. Yeah, it might all come down to next week. Because even if they drop one against the Niners and they're 13-3, they beat the Vikings, both being 14-3. They have the tiebreaker.
Yep.
So yeah, big implications.
Yeah,
on
I don't see the 49ers pulling it off against the Lions.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a tough one.
Shorter week.
Yeah,
Monday night and then going to
it's shaping up, man.
Oh yeah.
At this
that's
point in the
true.
season, everyone's doing walkthroughs and jog-throughs.
Yeah, this
You're
is
chilling.
you chilling right now.
Chilling.
This is how you just don't do
The
much.
playoffs are going to be nasty this year.
There haven't been this many good teams in a while, I feel like.
I know. And also this many bad teams.
Yes, yeah.
There's a lot of, but yeah.
Top heavy,
Lot.
and
Yeah.
bottom are
Yeah,
really-
very
Yeah.
very small
No
middle
middle class.
class.
Yeah.
No potential like New York Giants going and taking down the Patriots in the Super Bowl type team.
It would be the Bengals.
Yeah. So I take that back.
I want the Bengals in. That's
As
gonna
long
be
as the
chaos.
Bucks don't play like they did against the Cowboys. Yeah, absolutely the
yeah.
Bucks. So yeah, I take that back.
There's always a middle class. There's always a middle class.
Yeah. I take that back.
What are we thinking, boys? We want to do shout out, no free shout out, and Boogie go film the locker room.
Shout out, no free shout out to my Christmas gift of durable, heavy duty plastic hangers. Been looking for them.
Let's
Been
go.
looking for them. Been needing them to really shape up the closet. Like I've never had an entirely clean set of a closet. Like I've always had laundry sitting on the floor. Always. I've never been at ground zero. And a New Year's resi is going to be having all my laundry done.
I believe that's not gonna happen.
We'll see. I'm getting dialed.
What
on
about that
resis.
pile on the floor though? That like next man up mentality.
I think the key is like on Sundays to have a clean slate. Then you have your next man up pile ready to go throughout the week. Then you you put your clothes in the hamper. But then I've got to be dialed in on my laundry every week.
How big is your laundry room? Is it a big laundry room
What do you mean?
at your house?
I got a washer and a dryer.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a room.
No, it kind of shares with the mud room.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. I'll send you a picture.
No, you don't have to do that. I was just asking.
I'll send you a picture.
Just wanted to know. You could throw it in the laundry room, I just want to check.
Shout out, no free shout out. Treating your body like dirt, getting ready for the New Year's. Being
What?
like waking up, being like, man, I don't want to eat this, but 2025 is right around the corner.
Reset.
Jan 1, I'm gonna have a big reset. Let me go ahead. Let me get that bagel. Let me get that little piece of candy right there. Am I gonna work out today? You know what, dude? Let me wait for Jan 1, and then all hands on deck.
Yeah.
And then the Get Jack 2025 starts all over again. Woke up today, had myself a nice little sauna, cold tub. I thought, you know what? Start a couple days earlier on the New Year's resi. Just get ahead of the chains. Had the cold tub, had the sauna, not in that order. Walked back in my house, stared at my phone for 45 minutes. It was beautiful. It was fucking beautiful, boys.
I'm with you. Anything I accomplished physicality wise, the moment Thanksgiving started, I've went downhill.
Oh,
the entire last 5 weeks. The entire last
Bro,
5 weeks.
I've treated my body like a sewage plant.
Same.
To the point where I'm scared to step on the scale. Like I think I'm pushing 230.
Hell yeah, dog.
I
Hey,
think I'm pushing 230.
Yeah.
that's alpha weight.
Yeah.
That's alpha weight.
I'm pushing the weight where Delanie would make a comment.
Oof. Man, you work out? That
Wait,
one?
how much
yeah.
did you weigh when you
And
played?
hey, the tan's all gone.
I was there when I played, but throughout the year, I've mostly been like around 218.
Oh,
Been as
okay.
low as 215,
Yeah.
but I flirted within that 215, 220 range all year.
Okay.
And I'm saying I've gained like 10 to 15 pounds in the
okay.
last
Like
5
when
years.
we're done with this podcast in the locker room, I'm probably going to go to Proper Bagel and get a bagel.
Yeah.
I would love a bagel today. Just
that
a
South
beautiful-
Beach diet.
Huh?
You on that South Beach diet?
South Beach diet. I'm on that. Yeah, I'm on that Midwest midwinter diet.
That Ovaltine.
Yeah, I'm at that. It's too cold to go outside diet right now.
You got a shout out, Delanie?
Yeah, my shout out, no free shout out is gonna be to Generacs, man. If you ain't ever had a Generac, get you a damn Generac. When your power go out, when you live in the country in the middle of nowhere and your power go out and that Generac kicks on without you doing anything, baby, it's the best feeling in the world, man. Shout out Generacs. Hit me up if y'all want to give me one. But shout out Generacs, man. Like you know what a Generac is?
A generator?
Sure.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a generator.
It's a generator brand.
Yeah, it's a generator brand, but it's a generator that hooks up to your gas line to your house, so you don't have to do anything, and it hooks up to your 200 amp watt power station, and as soon as your power cut out, it automatically kicks on. You don't have to do anything, so you'll hear the power go out, but then it'll come back on, lights on, refrigerator works, and we freezer camp, so we got freezers full of meat, beef, lamb, you name it, chicken. So when the power go out, that meat can get rotten, right? So when that Generac kicks on and it saves everything, man, it's the best feeling in the world.
It's a quality shout out.
Yeah.
Good quality shout out.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
paid a shitload of money for a generator when I built my house.
Yeah.
And that first big storm came through, and I was like, I just want to see if it works. It didn't.
It didn't work?
No, bro. I'm talking about. I spent so much money. I was like, I want because the weather is so crazy in
Yeah.
Nashville.
Yeah.
Happened like throughout the next 2 years. It happened 5, 6, 7, 8 more power outages. Never worked once.
What?
This last year is the first time it started working.
Wait, who?
But I was on the phone. I was on the phone going full Karen on cats.
Well, who
like,
you get it
I
from?
spent this much fucking money for this and it doesn't work. Hey, well, there's a part. There's a this. I was like, no, get me a new one. I don't want a new part. This one's done. Get a new one.
How big?
I ended
is
up
it?
getting the new part. It works. Oh, it's
Huge.
no joke. Probably a third the size of this bus.
What?
Yeah, it's massive.
Oh,
God
it's underground.
damn.
That
Right?
shit wasn't
They
working.
bury it.
Shit was not working.
God damn.
It was not. It was
that's-
pissing me off too because my house. You've been to my house,
I have.
and it's like that's a lot to power.
Yeah, it
And this
is.
motherfucker powers everything now.
Yeah.
It kind of rolls. But
So- and
before I
so
was
my
getting
man
so
know
tight.
about it. Yeah,
I
you
know
know
about-
about
yeah.
Generax. Yeah.
I know about that.
Gotta
Need to
get your
get
game
Generax.
up, bruh.
Yeah, I need to give me a Generax.
Yeah.
Generax.
Get
Shout
a
out for shout out
Generax.
Generax.
Generax is the best brand to me, but you know that's another
Why is
story.
that?
Every time I've had a Generac, it never failed me. It kicks on. Only one time it didn't kick on. I had to go out there and start it up myself.
Mm.
Only one
You
time.
gotta pull it.
No. So you just push this button. It's got to pull. If the button don't work, you got to pull it like that, and then you just press that button, and it'll re-kick itself back on.
Generax
Generac, man.
for the man of the country.
Yes,
Sure,
sir.
you got a shout out for shout out.
I do.
Go ahead.
The mega couch. A mega
Okay.
couch yesterday. It's one of those 4-piece L
Yeah.
sofas, and then
Mhm.
we put it into like just a big rectangle. 10 hours straight on that thing, like 4 movies, 5 movies.
God,
You
It was
just got it.
incredible. No, we've had the couch for a while, but it was our first time mega couching in Nashville. There's just nothing better. The dogs love it. You love it.
Yeah.
You're watching the movies. We fell asleep on it.
You're eating the popcorn.
Oh,
Eat the pop-
Gummy bears.
having the Coca-Colas.
Lifesavers. I mean, we were
Doing it.
going crazy.
Really?
yesterday.
Yeah. Shout out 2025.
The
Good
holiday
job 2025.
foods,
Not today, but
Not
soon.
today.
Yeah.
It's
But soon.
2024 right now.
Yep. Couple more days, boys. Then we gotta dial it in.
Yeah.
We should do a little something for Get Jack 2025
Yeah.
as like a group.
We're dyeing our hair.
Well, yeah, I've thought more about that since this podcast has gone on longer.
What brand?
no.
What brand is that couch?
I'll need to see. It is what the ladies are calling a dupe, which is like it's a fancy.
Is it a
yeah, it's a
Lovejoy?
fancy knockoff.
Is it a Lovejoy? No.
It might be a dupe of that,
Oh, okay.
but we're actually also in the sofa market. Yeah, we need
Oh.
a new couch. So if anybody has recommendations, leave them in the comments, please.
Been to Restoration Hardware.
Man, hell no, that's expensive as hell.
We got the
It's
chairs
crazy.
out there.
You got something from there?
The one that the AC was dripping on.
Y'all got that from there?
Yeah.
Why y'all spend that kind of money for
So we
those?
wanted to. We wanted to be comfy.
Okay.
Are you comfy? Are you comfy right now,
Oh,
Delanie?
man, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Like when we have you on the show, we want you to feel comfortable.
These couches is fine right here.
That's restoration.
Could have probably.
You didn't get these from Restoration.
No.
These
This
ones
is-
are at restoration. The
this
ones
is-
in the locker room are though.
Yeah, you could tell the leathers look cheap.
Why are you being nasty?
No, he said he came from Restoration. I'm like, you can tell
guest.
these
You're a
didn't
guest,
come
yes.
from there.
You're a guest. You're supposed to walk into our home and be like, this is a lovely home, and then talk shit to your significant other when you're in the car.
I would never
Be
do
an
that.
adult.
I would rather do it in the house when I'm there, so that you don't feel no type of way when I leave.
No, we're gonna feel some type of way because
I
why you
expect
wait.
I
That's why you
expect y'all
wait.
to do the same to my house. I'm gonna be like, what'd you think about the couch? If you be like, it's trash, I'm like, well, thank you for letting me know.
Yeah.
It's all you can say.
Any of you guys have a shout out back there?
shout out these chairs.
Shout out to my new shoes.
Yeah.
I'm ready for a new era.
Yeah.
Definitely will be trying to top my last one. I think last year I got to 3 years, or my last shoes I got to 3 years. We're gonna be going for 4. I want these shoes for as long as Donald Trump, for his whole presidential term, is my goal.
Okay. Yeah, show the camera, man.
Very Jared Beeman of you.
Are you
the,
gonna clean them?
Ultra Boost? Nah, probably not. Maybe once or twice. If my
What a crazy angle. Just JP sack staring right at me.
Shout out being shoe twins. With JP.
Yeah, Sherm has these same shoes. Truly, I mean, how you think my shoe, like part of my closet looks is exactly how it looks. There's like 3 pairs. 1 pair of nice boots, these Adidas, and then my other Adidas.
Them
And
are
that's it.
comfortable
You gotta
shoes.
get you a pair of
though.
Vans.
Them are very comfortable.
Yeah, I'm down with Vans. They are comfortable.
Yeah. I used to have the cleats in those.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
Would you rock
Adidas
ASIC?
cleats are so ass.
Yeah, I like
Huh?
Asics.
Adidas cleats are so ass.
No,
They
Shout out
are
Djokovic.
terrible.
no,
Football cleats?
no. The ones I
Oh
wore.
my God.
Remember
Yeah.
the ones I wore?
Ass.
You
That's
crazy.
because you were sponsored, Delanie.
They were comfortable though.
Yeah,
They
'cause
molded
you're
them to my
sponsored.
feet. What
Bro,
okay, I know.
Yeah,
They
you're
don't
gonna
sell
talk
those.
good about them.
Yeah, they don't sell that. No, they don't sell the cleats that I wore. They don't sell them.
because they were too ass to keep around.
No, it's only because it was made for me. Hell,
Me and who I
Made
am,
for
they don't
me.
sell them anymore.
Dude, I was Adidas. I was Adidas half of my rookie year, and then my feet kept hurting, and I had like foot pain all the time. I had it in Michigan too, and they were Adidas, and they're like, "Hey, you just got like I had that broken foot,
Yeah.
so it's like your foot's just deformed. It's gonna hurt. It is what it is." I get here, Todd Torselli's like, "Hey, try a pair of Nike cleats at practice. No more foot pain."
No,
and then I started
remember
wearing Nikes, and Adidas like, "Hey, we're gonna drop you if you continue to do
yeah,
this."
I
And
remember
was
you
like, "Okay,
wore
drop me."
those right there.
Which ones?
Those.
Yeah, those are nice too.
Them was the
Yeah, you gotta cut-
ones,
you
but
gotta-
they wasn't the color though.
You had to cut the straps off though.
Oh, you used to cut them off?
Cut the straps off,
Yeah.
keep it like that, and I would wear the all whites, all reds.
Click on him. Click on Taylor.
Don't click on that one. Don't click on that one. Don't click on
Click
that
on
one.
the one where he backpedaling over here.
That one?
That one right there.
That's a salty picture too.
Yeah,
That's just what you want your left tackles to look like right
that
there.
was nice.
The funny
Damn.
part about that photo is
Yeah.
from Taylor's Instagram because it was grainy.
That's probably the photo I pulled in the save. Yeah.
Instagram is crazy.
Look at that. Nimble feet.
Swagoo.
Ooh.
I thought you wore tights.
No, I did for the first couple of years, but then I realized the socks. I like to have less.
Oh, okay.
I like to have less on my person.
Feel free out there.
What's wrong with this?
What you wore? Tights or socks?
Socks.
Socks.
Were you always a socks guy?
No, I wore tights in college. Well, no, I wore socks. Yeah, I've always been a socks guy.
Tights were super convenient, and then you realize it looks like ass.
No, they
It doesn't
do
look
not.
No. You got great calves. It looked good on you.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wore the tights all
See,
day.
that is the swaggiest version
No,
of
that
Will
is not
we've ever seen.
swaggy
Are
as
you
hell.
kidding me?
His white socks are too high.
The white socks are a little hot, but I mean, look at the besides the elbow pad on the sleeve. I can't stand the elbow pad, but the black with this and then the Jordan cleats.
Yeah, the Jordan. Who gave you those? Because I know
The Raiders.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Wow.
Go to this one. Go to the.
He missed that tackle though. He missed that
tackle.
tackle for sure.
That's a photo that needs to be framed.
That's clean
That's
right there.
a clean ass photo.
That's clean.
Come on, D.
You all right?
That boy, last name Compton. Come
Yeah,
on,
he
In the
clean.
silver and black?
that is a
You
crazy
look
look.
clean. Your
And
arms
the
look
face mask
tiny,
goes
but
nasty too.
Oh, he wearing a Dickerson. He thought he was sweet.
You know if he
No
had
question.
the dark visor.
And the loose shirt.
The loose
underneath.
shirt.
Gotta do the loose
Yeah.
shirt.
To hide the gut.
Go to his Washington joint. Oh, you should. That was Pro Bowl.
That's you?
Yeah. That was
Those
Pro
were
Bowl.
those.
Them Adidas, them Pro Bowls.
No, those aren't Pro Bowl. Those are.
that was
Mike
in the
Collins,
Pro
Mike
Bowl.
Cleat.
No, it was in the Pro Bowl.
See, the only thing good about those cleats is the all white looks good.
Look at the package. No, I'm just-
Yeah, good for you. Let's get a round of applause for Delanie's package. That is nice, dog. Man, yeah, go scroll down, scroll away from that now. All right.
Oh, the 49ers, I was a beast, though. Look at the gold shoestrings, all black. Your boy was, and he was gunned up. That's when I was really, I wasn't
You
on
look
nothing.
oiled up right there.
I was oiled up.
Yeah, you were.
I was oiled up.
You think that's swaggy?
Yeah.
The uniform swaggy, but you don't have nothing on.
I know. I didn't wear a lot of stuff. I don't believe
That
in
is
putting
that.
on a lot of
Bring that
stuff.
hair back.
It's coming. I don't believe in wearing a lot of stuff on my arms and stuff like that when
We got
I'm
arms
playing.
like that. Who would?
You know what I'm saying? The boy was just sweet, man. That ain't me, guys.
I was always nervous wearing the arm sleeve too.
I know because the slippery.
Yeah, like if I pick one off and I take it to the crib, like I'm not trying to fumble.
I'm trying to knock it
So I'm
out
like,
of your
oh, should I
hand.
wear it?
Yeah.
That's why you didn't wear them.
That is why,
Let's see
Ball hawk.
let's see him in Washington. See what he looked like in Washington. Tights. You got tights on.
Yeah, you
Tights.
There's some tights right there.
With
I
the
would
socks.
do tights every now and
Yeah.
then.
The two-tone sock is nice.
Yeah. That's the Washington though. I think that's
I
all
know.
Washington. Yeah.
But like you look at the Raiders, Washington, the way they do their socks.
mhm. We generic.
49ers.
Yeah, 49. We
Great.
was generic for sure. Oh yeah, with the yellow cleats.
Those are
No,
tights
yellow
right there.
cleats.
Them
nice.
tights. Yeah, them tights. I thought you wore tights. That's why I was.
Yeah, the cleats go hard.
Did y'all ever wear pink cleats?
No.
Yeah.
No, you
Right.
didn't. You ain't got no pink cleats on.
No, I never wore them.
Yeah. I've never worn them.
I was
either.
never a fan of like wearing new cleats. Like I wore the same cleats all year long.
Really?
Yeah.
I did that for a minute, and then I started wearing different cleats every week.
Me
like
too.
new cleats
Brand
every
new.
single
I hate
game.
Every
anything about
week.
breaking in new
Brand
See,
new.
I like to have
like
brand
it.
new cleats. At the
Cushion
end.
was perfect in them joints.
Yeah. But I would have one pair of cleats all the way through camp until like week 7, and then I would switch and get a new pair of cleats. And then like year 3, I was like, let me just do a new pair of cleats every single week.
Yeah, I feel like linemen always wear the same cleats. Ben wore the same cleats every year. I feel like he wore them like.
Pull up the red cleats.
I love how Taylor Lewan pink is. Jeffrey stuff.
Yeah.
That shit was hilarious.
No, the red cleats aren't around. What the hell?
Aren't they in the back, in the locker room?
Yeah, but I had
You wore red ones.
yeah, we're all red. I thought those were awesome.
Well, that must have been like 2020 or something. Was it? What year was that?
2019, 2020, 2021.
I don't remember the red ones.
You want me to talk about the most wonderful time of the year?
Do it.
Oh, there they go right there on your far right. Yep.
Yeah.
Listen to this deal, Delanie. It is the most wonderful time of the year for getting in on hoops, football, and hockey action at the DraftKings Sportsbook. In the season of giving, we're being gifted college football and basketball, pro football and basketball, and pro hockey as well, almost 24/7. So many games every day, so many opportunities to place your first bet. Try betting on something simple like picking a team to win. Just go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and place your bet. And here is a gift for all new customers. Bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code BUS. That's code BUS for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins when you bet just $5. Happy holidays from DraftKings. The crown is yours. Should we jump in Alshon Jeffery?
Let's do it, dude.
Alshon Jeffery, absolute stud, played at South Carolina, grew up in South Carolina, yes.
Calhoun.
In Calhoun, South Carolina, played with the Bears, played with the Eagles, Super Bowl champion. He was a phenomenal guest. We had a great time. Enjoy this episode, and remember, subscribe to the boys, leave comments, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
New Year.
Alshon Jeffery.
Alshon. Oh, we're rolling. Let's give a round of applause for Alshon Jeffery on the bus, dude. Making the trek out from San Diego to Nashville, Tennessee. We were talking a little bit before about South Carolina not being in the playoff. Personally, you're a fan of that. But then we talked about Sellers. Is he coming back? He says, oh, it's not about the money. If you're in high school now, it's got to be that money's going to talk a little bit, huh? You're in high school. Think about what you had in high school.
I feel that for me personally in high school, I feel like the way my parents raised me, it wasn't always about the money. It's just about where I can go, treated to be like family, and where I'm becoming the best player, but also get the best education. So that's just how I was taught.
That's a great
Isn't it
answer.
crazy with the NIL these days?
It's crazy. Yeah, they making more money than the NFL guys.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
It's wild.
Who was the team that had to drop out? Was it Marshall?
yeah,
They had to drop out of their bowl game because too many guys had the
All the
transfer
guys from the
portal.
transfer portal.
Yeah,
they fired their coach though.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, he left.
No, they fired him.
They fired him.
They made a statement to a stance on the athletic director. So
And then
Got him
all
up out
the
of
players.
Yeah,
I
all the
mean, at
players
least
at
you
the
know
portal.
if you're that coach, you're like, you got to feel great to get fired. Then all our players are like, we're not playing then. We're out.
Yeah. I don't. The NIL world now, we talked about it a couple weeks ago with Coach Gruden, but I have no clue. Like these runners, like you start to deal with agents like your last year going into the league. You'll have the agency you sign with, but there's also runners out there that try and get in like your DMs or try to message you, try to represent you. And these kids are having to deal with so many things these days. And then money too. It's like they're going into exit meetings now and being like, hey, here's the price to keep me to stay. Versus like, probably when you're going into your end of the year meetings, you're figuring out, hey, how can I develop in the off season? How can I get better at this? How can I get better at that? Coaches are saying that kids don't even, it's not even like that anymore. They go and it's like, hey, this is the amount of money or I hit the
Or
point.
I'm out of here.
I feel like the NIL depends on your situation and
Right.
like going to another school or another team, because I look at it, some kids you could stay and wait your turn and be the man instead of going somewhere else where you got other players and you're going to just keep transferring, or you might miss the opportunity where you could have just stayed and just been the man and get whatever you want. Just be about being patient.
Right. And fight through some adversity that you probably haven't in your situation that's making you kind of want to look around in the first place.
Because I feel that all the kids and the ones not looking, no matter if you're a 5-star or a 2-star, 0-star, like I feel like you still got to go play. No matter what that money's doing, you got to go play.
Yeah, but I just feel like it's these kids that are 5-star athletes, like they have been the best athlete on their team since they were a kid. So they never really had to work through like a major amount of adversity. And so when you get to college, it's always that culture shock of like, oh shit, like these seniors, these 21, these guys can legally drink and serve our country. And they are true men, really, in your eyes. And you just think, oh, I'll just go somewhere where I can make money, because now you're getting met with adversity. You're getting these coaches talking to you way different than high school coaches did before.
Not like a recruit.
They were recruiting you. Hey, Alshon, you're the man. Now you get there and they're like, hey, you're actually not that great. Your releases are terrible and we need you to do better on X, Y, and Z. Like it's easy to get in your feelings about that stuff. Well, someone's over there going, hey, we'll give you $500,000. You're a stud.
Yeah.
Come over here. 4-time basketball state champ. Come on.
You were a 4-time basketball state champ?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You were on
County
the court?
Saints.
You were starting, or you were? You were the man.
I contributed a lot to my team. I feel like it was a great team effort. We had a great team and a great program. Shout out to Coach Zam Fedrick. We had a great program.
4-time state champion. Now you say you contributed. You started?
Yeah, I started.
You all state?
You were somebody in the locker room talking about how you were the best hooper in the locker room, huh?
Nah, I didn't start. I just let other guys talk about it until we get out there on the court, and then we'll see who's the best basketball player on the team.
Did anybody on the team, like, did you guys ever get a crew together to go play against like the men's basketball team in college?
We played against them a few times in we call it a scrum. We played against them a few times. We had some great competition. We had fun with it. You know.
You held your own?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. We also played against the older guys on the football team too, who thought us freshmen that couldn't play basketball either. So my freshman year, we went to the intramural championship.
Okay.
Oh, you're like that.
Yeah.
So did you get recruited for basketball as well?
I did.
And what made you choose football over basketball?
It was my high school coach, Walt Wilson. He used to talk to me all the time. He's trying to recruit me to play football. Like, he was like, you should give football a chance. I'm like, nah. Because I had an older brother, two older brothers that played football, and they was pretty good at it. So they wanted me to play football. I'm just like, nah. Like, I'm a basketball player. I don't really play football. I don't hoop. I mean, play football. But then I gave it a chance, and then he used to always just to be on me. He's like, this was his recruiting pitch. He was like, everybody in the NBA, average height probably like 6'6", 6'7". Everybody at your position is probably like 5'11", 6 foot. He's like, you do something unique and you like 6'4", so you should give it a chance. And then I thought about it. I'm like, shit, maybe he is right. Like, it all worked out.
When did you start playing football?
I really started taking more serious my 11th grade year.
Damn.
11th grade. You're talking about junior year of high school.
Yeah.
You understand that's ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of kids are scratching a claw on Pop Warner, trying to put everything together, and you're just hanging out. You're playing other sports. You're playing basketball.
I played football in middle school, but I was the quarterback, and I just did it for something to do. I really wasn't taking it serious. So my freshman year, I didn't play. My sophomore year, I played like 1 or 2 games, then I quit. And I'm like, nah, I'm not used to losing. See, in basketball, we never lost.
Crazy.
So I never lost in basketball. So I'm like, I'm not used to losing. So let me go. This ain't gonna work. So
the high school football coach was jacked when he finally got him on the team.
Yeah, but for those 2 games, and he's like, "What the fuck? Where's he going?" Sorry,
he pulled a Devondre Campbell.
For real, just tapped his helmet. Said, "Hey, coach, listen, you guys lose here."
It was an experiment.
This is crazy.
Mine was an experiment.
So you played 2 games in your sophomore year. Your junior year, what made you play for real?
I feel like that summertime, it was just me getting better, just going to AAU camps and just going to football camps, just getting better consistently, and just getting a few offers that I'm like, oh, this school is offering me. I don't even know nothing about this. Like, how did they find me? I guess they was going off potential, but my junior year, really, I took the stride and just really took it seriously, and just rest is history.
You were committed to the other USC.
Hold on. You played 2 games your sophomore year of high school, and then you went to a couple of camps and you started getting offers before your junior year?
Yeah.
Bro.
I mean, look at him. He's a specimen.
He's a specimen.
How
There's
tall
no
are
doubt
you?
about it. But you got Mitch
6'4".
Crosby back there. How many years did you play football growing up, Mitch? Every day?
Yeah, I played every day,
Every single day?
and I went D3.
D3. And D3. Like, some people are just made differently. That's crazy. No disrespect to Mitch.
Yeah, that was.
Just bring Mitch a day.
Mitch, I'm just saying.
How hard did you work at football, Mitch? Yeah, every day.
And you just got a couple offers. You're like, yeah, I'm going to do it.
I just I feel like just being around my coaches and my other teammates that played football, I'm just like, Yeah, let's do it. Like,
Yeah.
like basketball. So I took a break from basketball. I'm like, nah, I'm done with that. Let's just focus on football. Let's go do it.
That is
See
right
what it-
call.
See what it.
Yeah, it worked out. But going back, you were committed to Southern Cal. How'd that go down? Why did you commit to them? And then all of a sudden you're back to the real USC. We'll
Because
go ahead and say it's the
that was
real
still
USC.
Pete Carroll.
Yeah, Pete Carroll, SC. I would say Carson Palmer, Troy Polamalu. They era was like, and then Reggie Bush. Obviously,
Yeah.
that era that was my favorite team.
Was it Dwayne Jarrett?
Oh, Mike Williams.
Yeah,
before Dwayne
studs.
Jarrett. Like Steve Smith,
Yeah.
Lindell White.
Yeah.
I mean, I can go on and on. I can tell you about most of the players that was on that
Raymond
team.
Luga, Brian Cushing, savages. But you ended up decommitting from there and then coming back and then staying home.
I think that was the best decision that ever happened to me. Like, it came down to like, will my family be able to see me? And it was like only during Christmas time, like winter break. I'm like, nah. And then I'm like, I'm from South Carolina. I get to see all my family and friends get to see me play every Saturday. I'm like 25, 30 minutes from down the road. So let's give that a chance. And I will always say back to your NIL about players transferring and getting money. Coaches leave too. So Coach Carroll told me, he was like, Alshon, I love it here. I'm never leaving here. It worked out because he went to Seattle.
Yeah.
And I decommitted and went to South Carolina. So his career still went on and he was Super Bowl champ. So
Yeah.
so it all worked out.
Who was recruiting you from the Gamecocks? Who kept you home?
Coach Beamer. If it wasn't for Shane Beamer, I don't think I would have went to South Carolina, honestly. Like he recruited me every day. Like I used to be like, he was like, I know you Southern Cal, that's your favorite school and that's your dream school. And they 1A, but just look at us as 1B. Don't look at us as second or just flip-flop and just really think about it. He's like, you can come to South Carolina and really be like king or the man here and be known forever. Or you can go to Southern Cal and be just the next person up, another great there. Or you could be great in South Carolina. He's like, no place like home. And then I'm like, he always been honest with me. He didn't promise me nothing. He didn't offer me no money or anything.
No,
Hey,
there's-
but the way
there's
you
no
just said though,
pre-NIL.
the way you just said they didn't offer me any money. No
Oh.
one asked you just now if they offered any
Oh
money.
no! The only thing he promised me was like, if you want, this is what he said. He's like, if you want my wife to wash your laundry, that was it. That's the only thing he ever promised.
That's awesome.
Like, other
That
than
is
Coach-
awesome.
Shout out Coach Beamer.
But
My
I
wife
love-
will wash your laundry.
I love Coach Beamer because he was honest with me. I feel like he never changed. Even though I was committed to Southern Cal, he just always stayed true to who he was. And like, yo, Alshon, we here. That's
How'd
all
that
he
phone
did.
call go when you called Pete Carroll? And you're like, hey, I'm just letting you know I'm going to South Carolina. I'm
Yeah,
going
did
to-
you
I'm
call
going
or
to
did
different
you just
USC.
decommit?
Nah, I called him. It was like the night before signing day. So I called him.
Brutal.
I called him.
You know they're so fired up. Hey, we got this cat in South Carolina.
Yeah.
He's been playing football for 3 days. He's gonna be unbelievable.
Yeah.
This kid's gonna be unbelievable.
Yeah, I
And
called
you
him.
called him? What'd he say?
He took it pretty well. I feel like it wasn't no rebuttal. He was like, I just understand and it's all good. Wish you the best. So it worked out.
Worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
Beat us in the Capital One Bowl. 2012. Alshon, he gets ejected from the game. He's and I hate it too because I love my boy Alfonso Denard, who was a good corner. But Alshon was, yeah, you won the MVP of that game, right?
I did.
After getting ejected.
I did.
So you came out with your shoulder pads off to
I
get
did.
the trophy?
I did.
How did you? How'd the ejection go again? Did you swing on Alfonso?
I just feel like we were just two competitors. We was just going at it, and I don't think it was really about nothing. Just something that just happened in the
Listen,
moment.
you playing a football game and someone listen.
Did Alfonso get ejected too?
We both did.
Because you guys, what was it was a Hail Mary before halftime, right?
It was.
And you caught it.
I did.
Sorry, I'm like trying to like.
You was out there on the
because I
field?
remember Coach Bo coming.
He played
Yeah,
for
bro.
Nebraska.
Yeah, I know. Who was the quarterback y'all had? What was it, Connor?
Connor Shaw.
Yeah, Connor Shaw. He was a stud. He was a grinder. But I remember Bo coming in at halftime and just breaking the fucking whiteboard because we gave up a Hail Mary right before halftime. And this motherfucker, he ends up getting ejected, but he wins the MVP of the game just playing one half.
How many yards do you have that game?
I had 100 and something at the half. I don't remember. It was 100 and something. Did I have one touchdown?
JP probably knows. He reminds me of that game all the time.
Did you when you saw that Nebraska end, did it strike fear into the South Carolina Gamecock hearts?
Yeah, it did.
What you mean?
When you had to play Nebraska, were you like, oh shit, Nebraska, the Cornhuskers?
I mean, I feel like I watched Nebraska a lot as a kid growing up, like the 95 era of Tommy Frazier and all those guys. I'm looking at the I think y'all had a bus that had all the championships up there. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
this really is Nebraska. Like, yeah, I'm like, they're a historical program. Like, but they got to get their ass kicked today. Though, so.
Dude, something about South Carolina cats in bowl games, in Florida bowl games, just want to get in fights. DJ Swearinger, we played the Outback Bowl. That's the Jadeveon Clowney hit. No, that was not me before you asked. DJ Swearinger came out while our punt returners were catching balls. So Drew Dillio, the poor young little white boy, just trying to catch footballs. He catches the ball, punts it into the stadium. We're in Tampa. And he goes, this is my stadium. Get the fuck out of here. Why y'all do that, man? Why y'all fighting guys?
I think that sounds like DJ, but I love DJ for being that because you gotta have those type of players and guys on your team. DJ, he didn't only do that to you; he did that to teammates. He did that every day.
He did to everybody.
So he was always like that. He was always wired and just that was just his personality. He was ready to play.
Yeah. Did you guys ever scrap a practice?
Me and DJ, nah, not really. We just talk trash to each other and shit. He probably hit me a few times. I probably mossed him, but yeah, it was good
Training
competition.
camp gets a little hot out there. Catch one over the middle. He touches you, yeah.
He definitely will touch you if you're not prepared.
Being around JP, he's obviously the biggest South Carolina fan. You just hear about all the players. Like, you guys have so much talent come through South Carolina. Why couldn't you guys get it over the hump, like get SEC championships? What was like the missing thing for y'all? Because you guys had all the talent in the world.
Unfortunately, I just think that it just wasn't meant for us to win it. But if I look back at it, yeah, we definitely should have won.
You guys had some studs.
We definitely did. Just one of those things that just wasn't meant to happen. Like, if we go back again, I'm sure that because I feel like that Auburn year against the Cam team, like we definitely was in there. That year was our year to win the national championship.
Mm-hmm.
If my years of college, I would say that probably was the best year of my sophomore year. That team was definitely, we was clicking on all cylinders.
And you were there. You were in South Carolina for 3 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you decided to go to the draft. You get drafted by the Bears. What made you not want to come back for your senior year?
Getting drafted high.
Getting money, which brings us back to NIL.
Nah, because I went back and forth between when I made the decision to leave. I feel like a few days later, I'm like, shit, I want to go back to college. Like,
yeah.
So I was up in the air. Like I just always went back and forth, mixed emotion, but it all worked out. Like I just once I just like, yo, I'm doing it now. I'm just make the best of it.
Mm-hmm.
JP, you grab the mic. You gotta
just kind of off that. I feel like we got to touch on the Lane Kiffin comments. Lane Kiffin told him he would be pumping gas if he went to South Carolina. Lane Kiffin was coaching at Tennessee. Could have been a reason why he left for the NFL early. Prove to Lane Kiffin, I'm not pumping gas. I'm cashing checks.
Yeah.
So what happened with that? Did that really happen? Did Lane Kiffin actually say it?
I never talked about this story, honestly. I would say that I know Coach Kiffin get a lot of slack for a lot of things. It was a lot of voices on the phone call. I could say that. Because he was coaching at Tennessee at the time, and they was recruiting me heavily. All the way up until I signed the signing day letter. So they still was calling me. But I'm not sure if he said it. My honest opinion, he took the slack because he's the head coach. I would say I think his brother-in-law said it.
That's fair.
So that was said to you, hey, you go to South Carolina, you'll be pumping gas.
Because Lane Kiffin never been to South Carolina before, so that's why I said I believe his brother-in-law. But he's on the phone with the call, so it's like you said it. So I didn't report that or say it. It was somebody else who was with me that told someone that story. I just never, I'm like, oh, I'm going to South Carolina. I'm not going to Tennessee. I feel like that was a slap in the face. Like, I'm not going, like, there's no need for us to talk and have a conversation. I'm like, I just thought about all the people that went to South Carolina that is from South Carolina. It don't have to be nothing about football. I just took that. I'm like, that was a pride. I'm like, yo, that's a slap in the face. Like, what?
Especially the state you're from.
Yeah, and I took that personal.
Yeah. Like, what?
Was Tennessee recruiting you the hardest all the way up until you signed on the dotted line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think they was like in the last hour with their recruiting because he came in late in the game with going to Tennessee because they just hired him. So I think signing day was in February. Well, he got hired in January, so he was behind the 8 ball, so he had to get things rolling.
Got you.
But I think Coach Kiffin is a great coach. Like I said, I don't think he said it, but he was on the phone call, so he let that other guy.
It was his caller ID that popped up. It was his phone that the words came out.
He didn't say nothing when it was said.
Yeah, he didn't correct anybody.
Yeah,
he didn't sit back and go, hey.
He didn't say that was out of line.
That's where he's from.
He's on the phone like,
Yeah, you are the best dressed gas man I've ever seen in my entire life. So it's a huge win. Who were your top 5? Was it always going to be USC or USC?
Yeah.
There was no others?
Nah.
Michigan never had a chance?
Y'all did recruit me. Rich Rod was there.
Yeah.
But I'm
we're the same. You were 2009, right? We could have played together. We could have had something special. We could have gone 6-6 together. Wouldn't that have been special?
He had a great thing at West Virginia, just Michigan I wasn't going to.
Dude, he really did. And he never got a good night of sleep because Michigan was all about power football and he brought the spread.
West Virginia was, if he was there, they would have been in my top 5.
Why West Virginia? Just because they put points on the board, they throw the ball?
And I was just watching the system that he was building and things. I'm like, he don't got all the 5 stars, but he just know how to play football.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Like just like Boise State, Coach Peterson, I was watching him. He didn't have no 5 stars, but he just know how to coach. They well coached and they play football.
Yeah.
So
he did. We put points on the board. We had no defense ever, but we did put points on the board. When you got to the Bears, what was the hardest thing about transitioning to NFL for you?
I probably would say the routine.
Yeah.
Because I had so much free time.
And you used to see a couple injuries your rookie year, right?
It was just routine. And I was blessed to be drafted to an older team though. So I could watch Urlacher, I could watch Julius Peppers, Lance Briggs, B. Marshall, Jay Cutler, Devin Hester. I got to watch all those guys and how they went about things. And so they taught me a lot just for me watching. And also just dropping little gems here and there.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt like I was blessed. And Coach Lovie Smith was one of the coolest coach ever.
Yeah.
He was cool.
Were you fired up getting drafted to Chicago?
No, I did not want to go there. I'm like, hell no, I don't want to go to the cold. But when I got there, I'm like, oh, I love it. Like, it was a great city, great food. The people was great. I love it. So
what was those older guys you talked about, watching them, what was the best piece of advice they gave you your rookie year?
Just watch and learn. We're going to show you by example. Just watch and learn. Don't act like you know it all. Just be patient. Just soak it all up. Like, they was very humble. And like, I feel like the reason why I caught a lot of footballs, even though I could catch, like Peanut Tillman, I used to watch him battle with B. Marshall every day, but also on the sideline. Because the Peanut Punch,
yeah,
he used to do it every day in practice against us, but that's how I learned how to keep the ball away from certain people, because he used to be doing that in practice, or we used to be on the sideline. I used to ask him a lot of questions, and he used to tell us.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what was it like being in a room with Brandon Marshall, especially seeing what he's doing now with media and everything else? What was it like sharing a room with him?
I feel like me and B. Marshall, we work well together. Like, he was more of I would say the alpha. I feel like he was more loud than I was. I was just more calm and cool. So we fed off each other pretty well. Like, I expect B to be B, and I wouldn't want him to change it for nothing, because that's just in his nature, being a competitor, and I just love it.
Were you there when what was it? There was a scrap at practice. Was it B. Marshall and
that was the tight end,
Martellus
right?
Bennett?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there.
Talk about that. Got to hear some inside stories.
Because Martellus Bennett, he took that so disrespectfully.
Two alpha guys.
Yeah.
Two alpha guys.
I mean, it was that was a quite sight to see. I feel like it was a lot of people we all was witnessing, but also we didn't want nothing to happen. I don't think nothing was gonna happen. It's just them, and they had a personal relationship before they came there, so I feel like some of that stuff they was working out in their own ways about it. So I don't know.
So you think there was something behind from the past?
Yeah, because they had a previous relationship, so I just felt that it's something that they could talk about. You know how, like, you got a family member or someone or a friend that sometimes y'all could have bumped heads, but y'all could still ash it out and be friendly afterwards. Like,
so they're cool now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Talk about your transition to Philly. Were you excited to leave Chicago and go to the Eagles?
I didn't want to leave Chicago because I was just so accustomed to it, the routine and just the city and every day. But going to Philly was a huge jump. Like, I'm like, oh, like when I got there from day one, you can ask Brett Selleck. And we got to practice and I said, oh, we're going to win the Super Bowl. I knew that instantly. I'm like, oh, we're going to win the Super Bowl. Just the way our practice was going and transition and things was just going. Like, I could just feel the energy. Like, I was on the Bears. I'm not saying that we wasn't a great team, but it was just a different environment. We had all the pieces and a lot more things that we can make this a special year.
Mm-hmm. When you're in a training camp and you see players playing and coaches coaching, that makes you say, we're going to win a Super Bowl? I'm sure there's a lot of fans listening that'd be like, what were like a couple of things that make you think to yourself, oh, we can go all the way?
I just feel like the whole environment, like the culture that they had created, and then still like you had Deuce Staley, as you seen Deuce on Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
That's Deuce in Philly. He don't change. That's always him. Coach Frank Wright, he did a great job of with the quarterbacks, but also like with the game plan. Coach Stout, and obviously Coach P, he capped it off. Like I feel like he took good care of all of his players. Like he really worked with us, and he really was a players coach.
Mm-hmm.
When you were in free agency and you signed, it was a 1-year deal, right, with the Eagles? What were you kind of weighing? What options were you weighing during free agency to ultimately make you sign? Because you play your contract out with the Bears. I don't know. You can. Did they offer you to stay with Chicago, or because you end up ultimately like when you're a free agent, you take a 1-year deal. I think it was like for $14 million. You're kind of going on a prove it deal to get something bigger. Like what kind of options were you weighing when you were in the middle of free agency?
$14 million prove it deal.
Yeah,
crazy.
like because. Yeah, I mean, but ultimately, it's like once you hit free agency, you're trying to find like a 3 or 4 year deal where you can kind of stick somewhere versus
Right.
having to sign a 1 year.
Have some more guarantee involved too.
Yeah.
It was and also I had previous relationship with some of the coaching staff. Mike Rose, my receiver coach from the Bears, so he was on the Eagles too. He was a huge impact in that decision. Deuce Staley, and it was a guy in the scout like Dwayne, we call him DJ, and Joe Douglas was there too. So we all had previous relationships, but I would say it came down to I wanted to stay in Chicago, but they was kind of like give me the runaround. And then the Patriots called, and they was like, "We got XYZ millions for 1 year." I'm like, "Shit, somewhere close to 20 million for 1 year." I'm like, "Shit, all right." Like, and then they signed my boy Stephon Gilmore. I love Stephon. They signed him to a fight. Then they was like, "We got XYZ dollars, basically like $2. I'm not gonna say a number, but a lot lesser than something closer than 20 million. So I'm like, nah, I'm not going there. So the Eagles came through and like, we could do this. We got XYZ. You can earn up to this and just give us a chance and let's see. And they promised me that they'll give me a contract extension if everything goes well. So it all worked out.
You said you can earn up to this. So there's obviously a bunch of different things in your contract, like escalators. What were the escalators in your contract?
I feel like making the Pro Bowl, Super Bowl, playoffs.
Was there like certain catches or yards or anything like that in there too?
Yeah, touchdowns and yards.
Were you ever a workout bonus guy?
I had that in there, but but once I'm like, nah, I'm not. I don't want that.
You don't want the workout bonus?
Nah, I don't want that.
I don't want to be tied to having to be there in OTAs.
Yeah, I don't want to be because I feel like also we only got so much time that you can spend with your family and friends and loved ones. So I'd rather spend that time with them than. No offense to my teammates.
You'll get your work in.
But
you'll get your work in. That was always such a hard thing for me the first couple of years. You see like older guys not do OTAs and you're thinking like, how do they do that? And then eventually you get older, you're like, oh, I see exactly why they do that. You need as much time as you possibly can. You talked about the Eagles and the relationships you had that were at the Bears, that were at the Eagles. You seem like a guy that like really cherishes his relationships. For you growing up, like what were those special relationships that helped you get to where you're at now?
I would just say like my parents, like just and my older brothers, just watching them. Like my older brother was a football player too. Like he probably was one of the best players in the Southeastern Conference. Like when he was coming up. So where I'm from, a lot of people always say that. Oh, Alshon a basketball player. His older brother, he's a football player. He's really know what he's doing. Like he really is that guy. Mm-hmm. But I would just say like just people in my town and my neighborhood just looking up to them, but also just them giving me the encouragement, but me also understanding who I was, that I'm representing, I'm carrying my town, and I'm also carrying South Carolina. So no matter where I do or where I go, I just always believed in myself, and I'm gonna make the best of the opportunity.
Mm-hmm. You won that first year when you got to the Eagles, yeah?
Yeah.
What was it like going through that transition from Carson Wentz? You guys start off hot. Obviously, he's having an MVP year and he goes down. I'm sure first thought in your mind is like, oh, fuck, can Nick carry the torch? You guys ultimately end up winning, but talk through that transition when Wentz went down and then Nick Foles comes in.
I think it was tough for our team. Like, it definitely was a blow, like that game against the Rams. Like, and I wasn't too sure, like, what was wrong with him. I just know that he just couldn't move the station there, like on the throw he made that he couldn't move. And I'm like, and then we go to the locker room. Before we go to the locker room, they was like, Nick may be up. So, but I've seen Nick every day in practice, so we already seen it. I'm just like, it's just probably about his opportunity. And then once we got in the Rams game, and we made a few plays, a few throws, and Nick was just getting his confidence. And then we played New York the next game, and he made an audible check that, like, oh shit, like. I'm like, oh yeah, he really it's
he knows his shit.
They're in trouble. Yeah, it's in trouble. It's like I'm just like, yeah, it's on it. Like it's on. Like all the doubt or anybody's mind, it's over with. Like, they in trouble. The world, I mean, they might think that, oh, we don't have something special that we're not going to win a championship no more. But we know that, like, with Nick, we're going to keep it rolling. And we got your back.
Mm-hmm. Rumors true about Nick?
Huh? I don't know nothing about that.
It seems like you do know something about that.
I only came to Philly 1 year, but I used to hear the jokes about it, the fan base and stuff like that. Some of the Kelsey definitely used to be having the jokes all the time about that.
It had to be widely talked about throughout the locker room.
Me and Nick used to talk all about basketball all the time, though. Like, we was big basketball players.
Okay.
He's like, I don't know nothing about. Oh, you know.
You know exactly.
know.
As you say, the rumors are true. Only guy in the world with two Saint Nick and Big Dick Nick, two polar opposite nicknames.
Your best part winning the Super Bowl. Like, you've won it. You got the confetti fall on top of you, like all of it. Like, what's one of the best moments on that Super Bowl run or winning the Super Bowl? Was it beating the Patriots? Was it the parade? Was it the after parties? Like, what? Tell us about it, because we've never touched it.
We sniffed it.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
2 quarters away from going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
2 quarters.
I think it was all of it. Like, I embraced it all. The moment was great. Like, winning it in that moment. I feel like some of us like, what the fuck we just do? Like, it was like, we just beat Tom Brady and the Patriots, like Bill Belichick, like, oh shit. And then when we got to that parade, I feel like that parade probably was one of the most craziest moments, just seeing all those fans and those people. Like, that probably was the highlight for me, like the parade. Obviously Kelsey had the speech, but I just feel like just going down Broad Street, that was probably the highlight. Like, that was special.
Did you ever end up going to Disney World?
Nah, Nick went to Disney World. I was looking for the camera. That's what it was. After the game, I was trying to go, but Nick, the camera went to Nick. So,
quarterback.
Yeah.
Man, what's it like, the preparation leading up to those 2 weeks before the Super Bowl? Like, how does the stress feel? Because everyone can always say, like, oh, it's just another game. We got to focus on 60 minutes of football. But, like, truly, most people since little kids have been playing football, and they have just dreamed about hosting a Lombardi Trophy. And you're preparing for that. What is that feeling like that week?
We all said that let's be locked in for the next 2 weeks. Let's no partying, no drinking, no whatever you do, let's cut that out. Like, this is it. Like, we work our whole life and we may not ever get back here again. So let's just focus and lock in. Let's hold each other accountable. We already been doing that throughout the whole season, but let's even focus and lock in even more, and let's see what we can do.
Mm-hmm.
How close were you guys to repeating that next year? I hate to even bring it up. Would you say that's like your toughest moment of your career?
Oh, nah, not at all. I just felt like I feel like it was some things that we could have changed throughout the season before that we wouldn't have been in that position. Like, far as our road to going to the playoffs and stuff like that too. So, but I'll take ownership on that. Like, it's all on me. Like, I'm a professional. Like, that's what I signed up for. So I don't think it was a tough one. It was just a learning experience. Like, just got to keep going.
Yeah. God, I know. Just as the competitor, you're so pissed off. They were in, what was it, the divisional round against the Saints?
Yeah, New Orleans.
You guys were up, right?
We definitely
at the time.
They were up. All we had to do was go down and kick a field goal and win the game.
Yeah, and it ends up bouncing off his hands, and they like pick six it to like ice to seal the game.
Oh,
like it was interception turnover. Yeah.
Oh, interception turnover. You just tell me, he's just like, fuck.
I know. I hate to bring it up, but obviously, like, their team coming off the Super Bowl, like he had the year he had, and you just know it's just a competitor. You're just because we want to go back to that moment probably every day.
We was clicking at the right time. It's just we just beat the Bears, which I believe they had the best team that year.
Mm-hmm.
They had the best team. They just ran into us, but they had the best team that year.
The Bears?
That 13-3 team with the defense that year, the double doink. That was the same year.
Yeah,
we beat them the game before that.
The double doink kind of blinds you to the rest of the season. Because they had
a special year, though. Yeah, I will say they was playing pretty good.
What's it like for you as a player, playing for one team, going to another team, and then playing the team you were originally at? Because I'll give you an example. Ben Jones, center for us for the Titans. He was at Houston before, and so I played with Ben for 7 years. After he was there for 4 years, every time we played Houston, it was just a different week for him. He just wanted to go crazy. What was it like for you?
It was the same for me. Like, I felt like it was some of the scout guys that want to talk to me before the game. I don't talk to nobody. Now, you're on the other side. Like, I feel like I took it a little too personal. And now that I'm more mature about the situation, but no, I don't want to talk to nobody. You're on the other team. You don't play for the Eagles.
Yeah, but if you were playing the Jags, a couple guys come up to you, say what's up. You're probably gonna say what's up to them.
If we playing the Jaguars and we trying to go to the championship, no.
Not talking to anybody.
No.
All right, fair enough.
No.
What would you say is the lowest moment of your career?
I probably would say the situation with the PED things. Like, I still don't know how that happened. Like, that was probably pretty tough. Like, just knowing that, letting my teammates down, my family, my friends and stuff like that down. I feel like that's probably was the lowest.
What year was that?
My last year on the Bears, 2016.
2016.
Yeah.
What they say you had?
Honestly, I don't really know. They just said that it was something that don't give you a competitive advantage, but it treats women's breast cancer. Something for women's breast cancer.
At least you're safe. Got to make sure early detection.
I don't know what, but hey, like I said, show must goes on. Like, that's probably, but also I knew that it just, whatever the situation, if this the worst it can get, it can only get better from here. So let's just keep going.
What's it like when you get that letter? I've gotten that letter. What's it like when you see that? Like, are you going through like down your mind? Like, well, I didn't take anything. I didn't do anything.
I sent in everything, all the stuff I took ASAP. Like,
yeah.
Shit, like,
and they checked it all?
Yeah.
God. What'd you do in that break? Was it 4 weeks suspension?
I wanted to go work out with my trainer for the 4 weeks. So I just focused on this train. Yeah. Just train.
How is it for you, like different quarterbacks you play with, like developing chemistry with the quarterback? Like, do you have like a style you go about it?
I feel like it's obviously it's chemistry, just practicing repetition, but just also understanding that from the receiver standpoint, not so much from the quarterback standpoint, because you got to also understand how the receiver, what I see too, just as well. I understand what you see, but we may not be in the same accordance because you may think I'm open, and I know that I'm trying to save you from an interception or something like that. Because I feel like sometimes the quarterback may not see with the coverage at the last minute. But I would say all the quarterbacks I ever played with, Jay Cutler is by far the most talented, and Jay was me and him could break it down the film, but also he would also be like, Alshon, do what you do, and I'll make an adjustment off you. And I feel like that sometimes that's not rare, because also I need you to do this with the quarterback. And then, or Jalen's like that too. Like, just do what you do and I'll make an adjustment off you. So,
like when you see the A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts, the drama that happened like a week ago, like how are you going about that in the facility? Is there anything even being said?
I feel like it's, like I said, they got a past relationship previously. So, but if I was on that team, I let them, I'm sure they will talk about it, about the issue or whatever like that. They'll talk about it first too. I feel like that's just something that they have to address with each other, and we'll go from there. No matter what, we got each other back because we trying to win the Super Bowl. Like we on a winning streak, let's go. So no matter whatever's running or throwing, like we all got to sacrifice, and every game's not gonna be the best, and we're a league for wins. Like we trying to get W. So
yeah. Did you ever have a sticky situation with a quarterback? Okay, so yes, let's
yeah, that's a quiet yes. It's all right. It's a safe space to talk about it.
I would say it's been some difficult moments, I would say, with quarterbacks, but it all worked out.
What's the example? Your post-playing career.
This is it. No one's coming to get you. You can't get fined by the NFL now.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that, but I just feel that also I'm gonna be respectful. I ain't gonna say too much about the situation.
Okay,
just leave that alone.
Fair enough.
So I'll address it another day.
How did it get handled? Is it it gets handled like when it's just on the field? Is there some confrontation in the facility? Is it on the sideline? Or is it just you kind of sit back and you just let it naturally kind of work itself out or not work out?
I mean, it's been frustrating too, just if you say something or how you go about it or whatever the situation may be. So I just feel like just at the end of it, just let it naturally work itself out. Like, so it's going to be what it's going to be. Like, we are professionals. So if you such and such don't got tough skin, that's it'd be, oh, well. That's how I just look at it. Like, it'll handle itself out. It'll come out on its own. So
yeah.
You just let things play out the way they do.
Yeah.
Dude, Jay Cutler, You talked about him X's and O's wise, but his like off the field demeanor was like a don't give a fuck attitude. When he went to the Miami Dolphins, and there's that when he goes out to do like a wildcat, and he just stands there and does nothing. And they're like, "Well, why'd you do that?" He's like, "Well, that's what the play said. I stand there and do fucking nothing." Dude that would lower his shoulder, getting guys' faces. Like, was he like that off the field too? Because he seemed like a dude's dude, like someone you kind of just want to hang out with, didn't give a fuck.
I feel like for the most part, Jay was pretty cool. Like he used to look out for me. Like if I asked him about some like going to a sports game, he would give me some tickets. He would hook us up. He would look out for us. I feel like he's down to earth. If you ask him for something, he'll try to go above and beyond to help you out. Like a lot of people give him a lot of shit sometimes. I would say like football fans, but if you gotta really get to know Jay, like I love Jay. Like Jay did a lot of great things for me, like off the field, not only on the football field, but he definitely looked out.
What from a do quarterbacks get their receivers presents for Christmas? Or receivers supposed to get their quarterback something?
It could go both ways.
Yeah, did you ever get anything nice?
No, I just made I feel like I just let the rookie, whoever was our rookie, I made him get everybody a present that was in our receiver room.
Yeah.
When you were a rookie, what'd you have to do?
Yeah,
they looked out for me. They ain't B. Marshall, D. Hudson, or Earl Bennett. Those guys I ain't have to do nothing. I had to just take them to the club and just I spent like $1,500. I'm like, oh, cool. Because they was all married and had wives, so they didn't really want to do too much. I'm like, all right, cool. $1,500, I could do that.
You didn't have a dinner or nothing like that?
Nope. Like, I could do that.
You did whatever you want. Because so when AJ's rookie year at the Titans, we were talking about bills and stuff like that. And you always kind of fluff up the numbers a little bit. Hey, 20,000, 30,000 is going to be crazy. And AJ was like, I'll fight whoever tries to make me pay $30,000 for a bill. He was ready to throw down with anybody.
Nah, we ain't had those type of issues. It didn't come to that. Because like I said, they was married, so they didn't really want to do too much. I like brung them some breakfast. They was like, yo, we worrying about our diet and what we eat. You bringing that bad stuff in here. Cool. So my rookie year was easy. So I'm just like, let me learn from them, just soak up as much game as possible. And then when they was ready to go to the club, that was like at the end of the year when the season was over with. So
who has the best post-game parties?
Best post-game parties.
What player would host like the best post-game parties?
Nah, I can't get nobody in trouble. I can't say. I can't say. But shout out to my OGs in Chicago. Mad respect. They have some of the best parties.
So somebody in Chicago. Cities that live in Chicago, big city, Philly, big city. If you had to pick one to live in the rest of your life, which one would it be?
Oh, that's got to be Chicago, right?
You think so? But like people from Philly love Philly. Man. You see, Gilly,
you gotta be born and bred in Philly to love Philly.
You gotta be a different human being.
Yeah,
I love both cities.
I knew that would be your answer.
Yeah, I can mix them both. I can mix them both.
Talk about the difference of the fan bases, because like there's NFL fan bases and then there's Philadelphia.
Oh, nice.
Like they are just crazy people.
I feel like they fan base remind me of the SEC fan base. Southeastern Conference football fan base, all the schools in the South. Mm-hmm. I feel like the Eagles fans or Philadelphia fans, they remind me of that. Like by far, and it's not even the guys. I feel like it's the women that's like 50, 60, 70, 80 years old, teaching their daughter like 3 years old, instilling that in them. And I know they get a lot of slack about the fights that be happening in there. I'm pretty sure most time it's probably the woman that's behind it that'll throw something at you if you wear the other team's
No
stuff.
shit. I told
you about Charo. Like she'd be wearing the Redskin gear at the game, like going to the Philly game, and they'd be throwing like full cans of beer at her, calling her like a cunt, like just crazy shit.
Really?
Bro. Yeah, bro.
Well,
they get
I don't want to bring it up for him, but the clip of the basketball player for the Sixers who played from DC, he came with the Redskins game that went viral. At the tailgate, they had got in a fight.
He got in a fight at a tailgate at a Philly tailgate.
He played for the Sixers, but he was a diehard Redskins fan. And he went to tailgate and was having fun. I think it went left. A fight broke out.
Did you ever get in some confrontation with Philly fans?
Nah, not really. I just feel like Philly fans, they pretty brutal though.
Yeah, they can be.
They pretty brutal.
Bro, they have a statue of a fictional character, a fictional boxer.
He's real.
Brutal.
Yeah,
Rocky's real.
Rocky's real. And I've never, like, I've played in Philly a couple of times, but I was obviously never part of the team. So you watch it from a distance and you're like, yo, those fans are crazy. Personally, I love it. Like calling
when you're
I don't know about that, but like
Philly,
the whole like starting fights, like being crazy. Like I kind of want my fan base to be a little psychotic about their football team.
Yeah, I feel like that's why I say I love it. Like I embrace it because they don't change who they are. Whether we winning or losing, they gonna still be the same and tell you how it is. So I appreciate that.
Who's the best defensive player you played against?
The best defensive back that I played against, I would say Jason Verrett had he was a pretty good cornerback.
Okay.
I mean, he had a few injuries, but like far as cover guys, who I think like he was up there. He wasn't that tall, but he was up there. Like he could stop, he could make the transition, he could jam you. He had all the tools and the technique. Like if you go look at his tape, early on in his career, like he was up there. Like he was on the way to be one of the best.
He got over on you the majority of the time?
Nah, he's the only player that I feel like I gave out a pick six, so that's why I'm giving him the credit.
Yeah.
Other than that, I tore his ass up, but I gotta give him credit. And I would say Stephon, we had some good battles too, but Stephon was a great corner too, though. Like I feel like me and him going against every day in practice in college, and later on we played each other in the Super Bowl. But yeah. And
Anybody you hated going against?
Nah, I ain't never really hate nobody. Because I really wasn't much of a talker. I just let my play do the talk. Like, so it is what it is.
We were different that way. What is you as a wide receiver? What was your best quality? The best thing that you could do?
I feel like my best thing is just me being a team player. Like, long as I know that you can count on me and rely on me, that me catching the ball, making plays, but also like I need to put some trust in my other teammates. So I feel like it's all of us. I don't need team. Mm-hmm. Football is the ultimate sport for the team.
Yeah.
So you'd never be upset if like they ran the ball a bunch, you didn't get a ball for a couple of weeks.
As long as we win in the game, that's all I care about. Like I gotta sacrifice something. The ultimate goal. We gotta win the championship. So if we not winning, that's different. If there's no championship on the line, that's different.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's not.
If you're out of the playoffs, it's like, okay, just feed me for the rest of the year then.
I ain't gonna say selfishly, I would say that, but if they want to feature me a lot more in the passing game, cool, I'll take that. But also, I'm for a team. I'm still about team.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody ever get you off your game with their trash talk or get in your head a little bit? Maybe if it was just for a moment.
Nah.
Can't give him
you saw he thought about it for a second.
Know,
there was one guy that popped in his head.
There's one situation
He's
in his
like,
mind, but he doesn't even want to give that to him.
Jalen Ramsey.
I mean, Jalen, my boy. Nah, not Jalen.
Jalen, have you heard about his shit talking? He was on the bus, like one of our first episodes. And in college, he would go into other players' DMs, or other players' girlfriends' DMs, and DM their girls.
And then tell them on the field.
I hear a lot of stuff like that on the field. We all do. Yeah. I'm sure y'all do. Y'all heard a lot of trash
a couple
talk.
Of things.
I've heard a lot of that on the field, but I don't never let that bother me because we on the football field. Like all that stuff that's going on, I look like everybody. Yeah, we got tough players and this players this like that, but I just feel like we all went to college, so it's no real like macho. I would say like bad guys that's on the football field. We went to college. Like everybody's.
I've literally had a player tell me he was going to shoot me after a football game.
So after the game over with, the game is over with, where that player was at.
No, he didn't go. Thank God. He actually shook my hand.
He said
after.
He didn't go. Thank God.
Yeah. I mean, could you imagine getting shot after a football game? Like, what did he do? He's like, he blocked me real good. That would be the most insane thing ever.
So you must be did something great. You did your job. You got on his skills.
I had I had a situation against the Steelers Thursday Night Football with TJ Watt and Bud Dupree, and they're like, after the game, meet us outside the buses, and I'm in the locker room like, I gotta go outside the buses.
Situation,
bro. I walked out there and I just waited by the buses, and I saw them walk out together. I was like, I'm about to get my ass beat after a football game. They kept walking. Thank God.
What'd you do?
Don't worry about what I did.
We're trying to get the whole story. He probably doesn't know.
Yeah, what happened?
I'm gonna be respectful, and I just want everybody to know that. No, so here's the situation. Thursday Night Football is 2016. We're getting our ass beat. This is when AB caught the ball on his head.
Okay.
Yeah, like he was going crazy against us. TJ Watt, rookie, he rushes the edge. I say something to him. He says, "You're a pussy. Look at the scoreboard," and I spit, and it hit him in the forehead.
Oh. Nah, you being disrespectful.
Listen,
I see you are.
Yeah, listen, I have publicly apologized about this, and I'm 33 years old.
Publicly,
I have publicly apologized. I even went up to his brother, and I was like, "Tell TJ I'm sorry."
It's two things you don't do to a man: you slap or you spit on him.
Hey, a slap is crazy too. So you're on the football field, DB spits in your face. Capital One 2012. Is that what happened?
Nah, but after the game, we gonna finish the game.
You just said what happens in the.
I'm talking about when we go to shake hands. You talking about in the locker room. We're not gonna make it there. That's different. So I'm gonna take that.
It was a
I'm
crazy
gonna take that.
disrespectful thing.
You seen when Aaron Donald had the helmet and was ready?
Yeah,
That type.
What's your take on that? Football players running out to go fight somebody, but putting their helmet on while they're running out.
I mean, he know that if you throw a punch, I agree with him. I'm not gonna throw a punch at your helmet, but I'm gonna put my helmet on to protect myself. But I'm gonna try to take the other player helmet who, if you spit in my face.
Yeah. You think less of me now, don't you?
I tell you what,
this is why I didn't
the most
want
energy
this.
we've
I didn't
gotten
want
from
this.
him.
This is not what I wanted. But if this is what we need to do,
we can be men and mature. We can talk about it, but it gonna take me a while because every time I see you, I'm gonna think about you spit in my face.
See, this is why I didn't want this. I didn't spit in your face. This is a hypothetical situation.
But I'm sure that's what TJ's thinking.
Yes, dude, I know. And I've had like
no
multiple
matter how
people.
old y'all keep.
I took a selfie video to send to Big Cat, who gave it to JJ, who was supposed to give it to TJ.
Still unacceptable.
Unacceptable. Hey, I know.
That's why they wanted to shoot you.
Taylor's in a blender right now.
I just feel bad. It's like the thing that it's something I have to keep reliving.
First impression
I
with
tell this
Alshon.
story. I tell this story over and over, and every time I tell it, I'm like, you just look worse and worse every single time. But it's part of the game, man.
Didn't they say you're a repeat offender?
Someone said that, but I don't believe in that. Here's the deal. Alshon. We're starting something here. You can feel the foundation of this friendship. It's beautiful, right? You can see us going to trips to Cabo, doing a fishing trip together.
Diego.
Actually, you the friend that, okay, now I know that you a spit in somebody's face, so it won't be surprised with that. I'm going to have your back, but I got you, though. I know that you could get us into some trouble.
Right. Yeah. Used to. Now I'm married. I got 2 kids. I'm a different man now. I was married then. I actually had a kid then, too. That's not a big deal. So, yeah. I was a guy that tried to do whatever he could to make somebody mad.
So, they must have got under your skin then. If you spit on his face.
No, I would do whatever. I'm just telling you who I was, right? I've worked through this.
I got you.
Sat down with a man. Said, hey, these are my problems. He said, yeah, you got a lot of problems. Let's figure them out. Why you spit on people's faces?
I got
But
you.
it did happen multiple times.
It's part of your
it happened in college.
It's
too.
part of your personality, your persona on the football field. I got
Right.
you. I got you.
We're just playing a character, are we not?
I got you.
Did you ever dabble with that, doing like a multiple personality thing? Like,
but a lot of players do.
Weapon X, Brian Dawkins.
Yeah, Dawkins.
A lot of players do though.
Yeah.
So
For an apology, would you allow TJ Watt to spit on your face?
Ooh. I've already said yes to that.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. No. I came out a little defensive there. Let me try again. Ask me again.
Watch out,
Ask
Will.
me again. Ask me again.
To get TJ Watt's forgiveness, would you allow him to spit on your face?
I think it's only fair. It's a great question, Will. Thank you.
Yeah.
See?
Handled it well.
We're moving.
Growth.
What'd you say?
Growth.
Growth.
We're getting there. If anything, the content would be crazy.
That was wild.
That would go wild.
Like if we finally get it.
You see that? I just stood there like this while he just...
If we ever get him on the bus, if he would ever to come on the bus.
He'll never come on the bus.
Just sitting right there, just spitting on your face.
If from that distance, he might not hit me. That's a far shot. What's the most disrespectful thing you've ever done to a player? Now that let's get myself off the hot seat.
I feel like I ain't never did nothing disrespectful. Like
you put your nuts on that Clemson dude's head after he lost it.
Probably something like that. I mean, you making a catch or something.
Spitting on somebody is totally wrong, but putting your testicles on somebody's forehead.
Yeah, trying to take them out of bounds and block them, that's different.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know about that.
Yeah. I used to block a little bit back in the day. I used to get that done.
Were you a pregame ritual guy? Do you have any like certain music? What is that? What do they call that? The rituals?
A routine.
No, not the routine.
Superstitions.
You have to do. Yeah, superstitions.
Superstitions.
I probably would say like reading a Bible or like something, a scripture, something like that. That's probably the biggest thing. Just
some Old Testament stuff.
I just reading the script, just trying to read the Bible or something like that. Nothing like too crazy. I really didn't care about the music. Like I don't need too much to get me going. I'm already ready to play. So
I got it. Calm demeanor.
Calm, cool, collected. How was it walking away from the game?
It was cool. I was at peace with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was at peace with it. Like I feel like when COVID happened, like I feel like that shit just put more things. Like football is just something just real small. You got the rest of your life and see what's going on in the world. Like that's more important. So yeah, I had fun. It was a great platform. Met a lot of great people, and I loved it. But I was at peace with it.
How did it end? Was it like there was an option of free agency and you just don't take it?
It
Never
was
got a phone call again. Like how did it end for you?
It was some opportunities presents itself, but I just didn't take it and didn't want to do it. So it was, but I was at peace. Like I like spending time with my family, my kids, and doing other stuff like traveling, things I've been missing out on. So
You a girl dad? You got a daughter?
I do have a daughter.
Congratulations, man.
Get you some hats. Might get the boy a couple of
Yeah,
hats.
I'm
We got girl dad
girl
hats.
dad hat.
I love it.
How has the transition been like since walking away from the game?
It's been smooth, but I feel like it also helps you identify yourself, but also work on yourself, and every day you get to work on yourself though. So it's I feel like it's a beautiful thing though.
Yeah. What interests have you like gravitated towards?
Right here in the studio, doing what you guys are doing. Like I always been into film and production, so it's something that's what I've been working on recently and lately. So getting into this space.
Yeah, you doing a podcast?
Yes, sir. I'm getting into this space.
That's awesome.
Coming
man.
soon. Next
Yeah?
year. Coming soon. You guys can't wait to have you guys as a guest.
Yeah, we will be there.
Yeah, I would love to,
Absolutely.
bro.
You shooting Encinitas?
Yes, sir.
Oh, we will for sure be there. We will for sure be out. JP's coming. You know, JP knows what I'm talking about. He'll be there for that.
JP
Hey,
knows what
JP
I'm
knows
talking
what I'm
about.
talking about, huh? Let's you want to do a little twisty question with us?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do a twisty question. Go ahead and pop up that ad read real quick. Twisted tea, by the way, if you're wondering, it's a very refreshing hard iced tea made with real brewed tea and 5% alcohol, full flavor, very refreshing. Twisted tea goes down smooth, and there is no carbonation, what makes it easy to drink all day long. Twisted tea feels fun and celebrates extreme fandom on game day. It's a perfect alcohol for game day, whether tailgating in a parking lot, watching at a bar, or watching with friends at home. Twisted tea is there to turn up your game day. Keep it twisted. Grab a refreshing twisted tea today. This twisted question. So we were doing a pre-production meeting, and Sherman Young, who's in the back to the right, he had a few questions. These were his questions. Mitch Carsley, who is to Sherman's right, our left, he's like, I got a great one. Now, you don't know about the history of Mitch Carsley, but he's had a couple of great ones that came out and are like, oh, buddy, woof, not so awesome. So, with that being said, Mitch Carsley, let's hear your question.
Thanks for that warm up. Twisted question this week: if you have 60 seconds, would you talk to yourself 10 years from now or 10 years ago?
Ooh. 10 years ago.
23.
Probably 10 years from now. But maybe you don't want to know where you're at 10 years from now.
No, I don't think like that.
What if there's nobody to talk to?
Oh,
What if there's nobody to talk to? Oh, my God.
that would be crazy.
Yeah, I'd say 10 years from now. I'd say 10 years from now.
What's the first question you're asking?
What's the hottest stock?
Same. Yes.
So that's your answer for like
Dude, it's got to be though.
It's all about getting in the market. Yeah.
Because I don't think about like, is there like, where there's no one to talk to? And I would be so fearful about like my kids or something happening. I probably wouldn't even ask.
How's the
wouldn't-
family doing?
I don't know if I would
What's
ask
the
that.
hottest stock? How's the family doing?
I wouldn't ask the how's the family doing. But still
Yeah,
married?
but-
All right. Solid. Don't tell me anymore because I'm scared of any bad things that are possibly going to happen. Or is there anything I should know that I could fix?
Yeah, but maybe that person tells you something. Maybe yourself tells you something that you're able to figure out before that happens.
Yeah.
Did TJ Watt apologize?
Yeah.
Accept your apology.
Did
It's
TJ Watt
TJ
accept my
Watt and
apology?
Taylor
That'd
Good.
probably be my 1 minute, actually. Where's TJ Watt at in our lives? Still not talking to us? Wasted a minute. Back. Yeah, I'd probably go 10 years in the future also. Stock for sure. Gotta
Yeah.
hit that stock.
Yeah. Stock and
Let me
family.
know. What's the
about, like,
biggest thing right now?
10 years ago, you could get your contract in Bitcoin.
Ooh.
Yeah. Smart.
It's a good
Yeah,
break.
because 10 years, we could go 10 years back and be like, hey, invest in this. We could be that.
Yeah.
We could be that.
Fuck, you're right.
And you could
Yeah.
maybe fix a couple of things. Like 10 years ago, 23-year-old
Yeah.
Taylor.
I
Hey,
would
there's
go
going to be
with
a
that.
Thursday night football game against the Steelers. You're going to want to do some You're going to want to do some things. Don't fucking do it. Relax. You're going to have a podcast with the guy, Alshon Jeffery. It's going to be an issue.
You're
Like,
going to want
he's
to look him in
at
the
you
eyes
forever.
and let
Yeah.
him know that
Yeah.
you're a good man.
I'm going back. Hey, good question, Mitch. This is a good question.
Yeah, shout out Coach Ruley for that.
Yeah, shout out Coach Ruley. I'm going to go 10 years in the past. Final answer.
What about you, Alshon?
I go 10 years in the past. Too.
What
are you
asking?
saying? Yeah, what are you telling him?
I will probably say
You're gonna
Figure out that situation. with
You're
that
going to play the
quarterback.
Saints. You're going to have 3 minutes left to score a field goal. Just, hey, hands right here.
I wouldn't even think about that. I would just think about probably like investing and stuff like that, and like my family, like healthcare and just a lot of people that I would say passed away. So I would want to go back 10 years in that time, like just spend time with like family and just talk to some people and stuff like that.
Oh, fuck, you're going to tug on my heartstrings.
Hey,
So,
I know.
Yeah.
Chill.
My mom died.
yeah.
Just break the ice with humor. Break the ice with humor.
Sometimes you got to laugh through it, dude. That's the best therapist is just
Yeah.
laughing through it. But let's not. Let's not do that. We can.
No.
You want to?
No. I'm more like just making light, making heart, laughing through
Right.
my pain.
Right. 10 years ago.
But he's right.
10 years ago. Hey, listen. What's one piece of advice you would give yourself? For you, not for family, but just for you. 10 years ago.
That's a good one. 10
Thank you.
years ago, what I would advise to myself.
Stumped him.
Got him. It's all right. Take your time. We'll cut through this.
Good question to be stumped on, though. Like,
What would
feel
I
like
do?
you-
Yeah, if you want, we can all answer that, and we
Yeah.
can come back to Alshon on that. What would you say, Will? 10 years ago. Probably don't do you, right?
I would say continue to trust the people that you're trusting. Don't do a deal with Colby Tinsley in Missouri, but continue to trust the people that you're trusting because you're on the right path. That's what I tell myself.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Might be a little egotistical, but I'm just,
Yeah, I'd probably go back and be like, hey, there's some people you think you trust, but don't trust them.
Well, we all could do that. So
And
yeah.
And then I'd probably tell myself too, listen, you're 23 years old and you're like going out a bunch on Broadway. Like this shit you're going to realize in 10 years is not, it's not it. That stuff going up your nose, chill. Like I'm letting you know, brother, it's all going to work out regardless, but probably just stop doing that.
Yeah.
And also that Steelers game for sure. I have to double down on that.
Yeah, I would just say the same thing what you said, like probably 10 years ago, not trust a lot of people with certain situations of being and put myself in different environments and situations, but just know that it's all going to work out because I always believed in myself, so I still will have that part of it though.
Yeah.
So.
I like that.
That was a Mitch. Great
Mitch.
question. Who is it,
There was
Coach?
layers
Coach
to
who?
that.
Coach Ruley.
Coach Ruley.
Shout
Shout
out,
out Coach
Shout out
Ruley, dude.
Susquehanna.
Do you have a name for your podcast yet?
I do.
Do you want to say it?
No. I
Okay.
Don't. I don't.
Will you tell us
Stop
after the
secret.
show?
I'll tell you after the
Okay,
show.
okay,
I gotta
okay.
tell you.
Is there a partner you're working with, or is this something you're doing on your own?
We could talk more about that after the
All
show.
right.
Yeah, we'll pick your brain a little bit. I want to see what you're coming up with.
You've learned a lot about this space, huh?
I have.
It's crazy, right?
I have. But it's a beautiful thing, though. I love it. It's a beautiful thing. Like I think that all what you guys are doing is inspiring. It's beautiful. Like I feel like it's inspiration, and I feel like it's a great space for us or someone else too, though, because you never know who's watching, and what you guys are talking about is like inspirational and inspiring. So it's great.
I love it.
Appreciate that, man.
That is awesome. It's a interesting world too, because like you go back 10 years, if you're able to do this while you were playing, and give people an opportunity to kind of just say what they wanted. Right? I mean, the only regret is you didn't start sooner.
Yeah, it's like go all in sooner. Go all in sooner.
Right.
Go all in sooner.
God, because it is kind of scary doing something new.
I feel like, and also it's like, imagine if we would have just recorded everything that we was going through. The cameras always rolling, and how we could just play back and go through that time, and just to this platform right now, it'd be even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially like your kids too. Like eventually I'm gonna die, and they're gonna have all this. Some good, some bad, but some mostly good. I would like to say mostly good. They'll get to see who their dads really like. Tier talk. Is that the one we're doing?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, go and size it up. I'm gonna
Alshon on this one.
I'm gonna take a tinkle real quick.
Okay.
You guys go and size this one up.
So tier talk is essentially, it's just a top three. You got tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. You start at tier 3 just to build up to your top 1. You can give an honorable mention if you'd like. But in the theme of New Year's, this episode will be dropping on the 31st, New Year's Eve. Our tier talk this week is going to be best venues to celebrate New Year's Eve, or best type of New Year's Eve parties. Can be going out on Broadway, house parties, clubs, lake, beach, mountains, downtown bar, etc. It does not matter. However you enjoy spending New Year's the most is how you will tier your system. So while Taylor goes pee, we'll be able to kind of think about our answers, so that way we can hit the ground running when he gets back.
Another good example that was thrown out in our meeting was rooftop party.
Rooftop parties, that will be a
for
big
New
one.
Year's. That's a big one.
Let's hit an ad read.
Yeah.
Now we'll be coming out of the ad to talk about our tier talk.
Oh, nice. You're talking best venues to celebrate New Year's Eve. All right. Best type of New Year's Eve parties. Broadway, house parties, clubs, lakes.
So if we talking about is we single or we not single?
Interesting.
Yeah, however you want to do it. You can just talk about your all of it. How old are you?
I'm just asking. I'm 34.
34. So your last 34 years, your tier talk of how you celebrate New
Right.
Year's.
Back when. That's a good one.
Would you like me to go first?
Yeah.
All right. My tier 3 is going to be a house party. Love a good house party. Board games, alcohol, vibes around the people you enjoy the most. House party is my number 3. My tier 2 is going to be alone. With my wife.
Hey, that's his tier 1. He just didn't want to make
I
it
have
tier
a good tier 1 for you. Sit with my wife, you stay up, you watch the ball drop, you go to bed. My tier 1 is going to bed early. Don't watch the ball drop. Just you sit there, you see it drop in New York we're in Central Time, so you're staying up till 11, you see the ball drop in New York, and you're just like, hey, let's go get these 8 hours. So celebrating it by not celebrating it and just going to bed early. That's my tier 1.
All right.
And that's my tier talk.
Compton.
Now we give one word after the tier talk. You give one word to kind of explain what my tier talk was.
Authentic.
Taylor's was Compton.
On brand.
I loved it. Great.
Yeah.
I loved it. Great. All hyphenated.
Horrid.
Old.
I thought JP appreciated authenticity.
I would say you did say the house party, so I feel like it's classic.
Classic. I love that.
It's classic.
Classic.
Taylor, would you have to go next?
Yeah, I'll go next. My tier talk, I'm going to kind of do phases of my life. I'm going to change. I'm going to move the goalpost a little bit. So my tier 3 will be essentially my tier 1 of now, and then so on and so forth. Because there's more fun times. My tier 3 is 33-year-old Taylor is putting on a YouTube video for my kids at 8:30 of a ball dropping and being like, we did it. Can you guys believe you stayed up till midnight? This is incredible. Then they go to sleep and I quickly go to sleep after that. That is, brother. Because I just think New Year's is a holiday that you get so excited for, but at the end of the day, it's like, what are we doing? You know?
Yep. I love that. I'm going to have to add that to my bag too.
Yeah, oh, it's a great one.
Older,
That's a nice little, for you too, with your kids, go ahead and pop that one in there. My tier 2 is going to go to college, Taylor. And it's going to be bars. It's going to be the pregame leads to extracurriculars, going to the bar, just getting crazy with the fellas, having a good time. 3, 2, 1, finding somebody. Hey, New Year's kiss. Got to get a New Year's kiss in. That's what it is. You get the New Year's kiss in.
That's what it is.
That's how they do the thing.
Taking this down.
Then somebody goes, hey, did you hear the hockey house? You hear they're having an after party at the bar? And you're like, no fucking shit. This is the best New Year's of our entire life. It's 2:30 in the morning. You're leaving Skeeps. You're leaving Rick's American Cafe, the Brown Jug, and you're cruising over 3.5 blocks over the hockey house. You're having a good time. One thing leads to another. You're playing a game of poop dollar, watching drunk people pick that thing up. That's my tier 2. My tier 1 goes to high school house parties. Dude, my sophomore year of high school, someone's family was out of town, but they stayed. The kids stayed. They have a house party at their house, and it is a beautiful home. One of those homes that only NIL can pay for, that type of home. You know what I'm saying?
I got
you. You get there is upperclassmen there. You're walking around, and this is when I first heard about the New Year's kiss. It's not just what you did in 50s movies with the Navy and the girls, and they do the little thing. This is like you actually get the kiss. You're kind of cruising around. There's one girl there. That was the belle of the ball. Her name was Shea Treat. More developed lady than everybody else in high school, right? That night, after a live house band played at that high school, got myself a kiss from Shea Treat. Now, it was a peck.
Counts.
It was a peck. Lips did touch, though, Alshon. Number 1. What's up, JP? What do you got?
No, nothing.
Okay, that's my tier 1.
You want me to go first? Gap.
Oh, dude, you don't even know.
Lewan.
All right.
Creative.
Thank you.
Standard.
Damn, that boy Jack hated
Put
that
my
one.
heart in that.
Electric.
It's Santa New Year's.
Nostalgic.
Alshon?
I feel like that was
One word.
oh
Fire.
dope. That was dope.
Okay. All right. I did
yeah.
that. Really, it's the guess word that matters. That's all. That's all. All right. We're on pins and needles, brother.
What do you guys do on New Year's?
So my tier 3 would probably would be spending time with my kids and my family. Like I believe what you alluded to, I feel like New Year's just one of those things. What we standing up for? Just all right. Let's go on to the next day.
Yeah.
So I would just say spending time with my family, hanging out with them, and just enjoying that moment. Just going into New Year with them. My tier 2 would probably be a house party or something, like having a lot of family and a lot of friends over.
So it's you hosting the house party?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're a big host.
Yeah, I'm hosting the house party, and we just having a great time, you know.
So you're the one who has the post.
Got the DJ, everybody, all you can imagine. Just having a great time and just keeping the party going as long as it can last. So I would say that. And tier 1, probably just me being by myself. I know that sounds kind of bored, but me just being by myself. That's it, just chilling.
Damn.
Iconic.
My word is damn.
Hyphenated. Fastball right down the middle.
Low key.
Chill.
Solid. Amazing.
Horrid. Do you guys is the black culture into kissing on New Year's when the ball drops?
Tell him why. Tell him why you're bringing this up.
We had Channing Crowder on a couple weeks ago, one of the hosts of The Pivot, and he's making fun of the white boys because he's like, y'all love kissing in the club and then getting mono. He said, we just trying to take them back, but y'all want to make out and tongue and do all that stuff like while you're in the bar. And we were saying that's a fair point.
And also very true.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's the environment too, though. Like, because I know guys who's black who does the same thing too, though. So I can't say from my point of view from Channing.
You a kisser?
I didn't say I was, but I'm not gonna random grab somebody. I'm not gonna do that. But
dude, the white drunk makeout it's so funny he said that because it's
know.
so true.
So true.
because I know some guys who like they feel like it's real late. They go to we at the club and they're like, yo, you see she looking at me XYZ. Then they just go grab her and kiss him. Like, yo, you tripping? Be like, it worked.
It worked. Exactly.
All right.
All right. We feel good.
This was awesome.
Dude,
I got to get one more in.
Oh, yeah.
A Gamecock one. We need your top 5 South Carolina Gamecock wide receivers.
Top 5 cock wide receivers of all time.
Ooh. So I ain't gonna put myself in it because I got to give all respect to those who passed before me and who's before me and after me. I feel like don't take this personal, guys. It's a lot of you guys, but I'm just go off the top of my head. I feel like number 1, Sterling Sharp was the greatest. I feel like it's the greatest South Carolina Gamecock wide receiver. Number 2, Sidney Rice. I would say number 3, Kenny McKinley. Number 4, let me not. I got 6.
Yeah, 6 is good.
I would say I said Sterling Sharp, Sidney Rice, Kenny McKinley. I'm gonna say A. Sanders, Debo, and Brian Edwards.
That's a good top 6. JP, do you have any?
Obviously, he's in mine.
Where's he at in your top 5?
In my top 5, I think he's right in Sterling Sharp. And it sucks because of Sterling Sharp's injury in his NFL career. It's like he could have been even better. He would have been a Hall of Famer for sure.
Yeah, Sterling Sharp, one of the greatest receivers in college or the NFL, I believe.
Yeah.
Like, he really is that deal.
Shannon Sharp's brother.
Yeah, I know.
He really is that deal.
Fairway.
But no, I'm taking, let's see. Number 1 would be Sterling Sharp. Number 2 is Alshon. Number 3, Sidney Rice. That was my first Gamecock jersey. Sidney Rice. For my birthday, got it customized on the back to say S. Rice, how he had it. Then I'm going to do Kenny McKinley, Debo, and then, God, it's like Ace Sanders. Who?
Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce Ellington's good. But the last spot, yeah, I would go Ace Sanders. Probably my top 5, top 6.
Pretty similar.
Tough not having Xavier Legette in there, but he truly only had like the one big year.
He's still a great player, but I feel
Amazing.
like he is amazing, but
He only had the 1 year.
It's kind of, yeah. There's always an argument, too, because you look at Michigan, you're like, Tom Brady is best, right? It's like, well, he really didn't start until like his junior, senior year.
Right.
So you can't really put him in that top 5 category.
Yeah.
Damn, you had 3,000 yards?
I did that in 3 years. Man. 3 years. Got right there.
Oh, so Sterling Sharp had 4 years and had 2,500. You're 3 years, 3,000. Damn, bro.
So you might be better than Sterling Sharp.
Could be.
You've had a hell of a career, man.
Great teammates and great coaches. I just did my part. They just did a great job of putting me in great position.
Man, even when he's out of the NFL.
Even when he's out, he's still in it.
Yeah, he's still in it. Doing a great job. Dude, we appreciate you coming on the show, man.
I appreciate
this
you
has
guys
been
having
awesome.
me.
We're looking
Appreciate
forward to what you're cooking up, too, in the podcast landscape.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
sure it'll be great, man. Appreciate you. All you guys, subscribe, rate 5 stars, big hugs.
And where can everybody find you on socials?
Alshon Jeffery. Instagram, Alshon Jeffery. Twitter, Alshon Jeffery _1. So
we'll get that TikTok coming. We'll get that TikTok going.
I do got TikTok, but they banning it now. TikTok about to be banned.
Why?
Oh, for real?
You ain't heard about that?
No.
They about to take TikTok away. They told Apple and Google that after January 19th, finito.
Interesting date.
Ooh. Something to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
Something to keep an eye on.
Something to keep an eye on.
Thank you, brother. Hey, that was awesome. We appreciate you, man.